Hi everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome to Friday, February the 18th. Option expiry day today. Watching the pre-markets closely as we are coming towards the opening. We seem to be lowering our gains or potential gains. The Dow Jones is showing a 68 point positive number right now. That's been coming down. We're only up 10 points on S&P and on NASDAQ 47 and a half points. These indexes are definitely down from where they were in the last hour. So uh, this Ukraine thing is going to be ugly. Unfortunately, it's not going to be good. We're down 221 on crude, which is I don't know if it's surprising, but it's telling. Down 221 on crude in Texas at 89.54 right now. Gold is down $2 an ounce. It's not giving up $1,900 an ounce very easily here. Too much tension in this market. Word coming out of some analysts now regarding Ukraine is that uh, civilians are being taken out of East Ukraine by the Russians. They're moving inside that zone they've already occupied for years and years and years. They are taking people out of there because the thinking is that there could be hostilities in that region. I'm not sure about the Ukrainian side. The first 10 or 15 miles, I have no idea what's going on there. But the analytics coming out from military experts talking about all these divisions and highly prepared and highly trained Russian troops with tanks and armored personnel carriers and all kinds of attack helicopters, 500 warplanes, easily able to strike Ukraine at a moment's notice. It's all there. Everything is there to launch an assault, either for the entire country or another sliver of the country, whatever it is they're after. And but something is brewing, and there's no getting around it. I mean, there's already skirmishes happening in certain areas, and the Russians are already talking about how the Ukrainians are mistreating people, and it's the old same playbook again and again and again. And the Russians are, they're looking for a fight that really doesn't exist. They're not going to have much trouble moving in if that's what they want to do. The question is, are they prepared? Are they prepared to pay the economic price they're going to have to pay from the worldwide community, majority of the world, that is saying to them, "Don't be doing that." But you got a guy who's just is in his own little world. And he's got one of the most powerful military forces in the world. This guy, sometimes you can't negotiate with guys like this in words. You have to do it in deeds, and I don't know if we're going to see them. I know that Ukraine, the story out of Ukraine is that the fight can go right to the Polish border, and Poland is part of NATO now, and so there are troops, NATO troops, in Poland, and so this might be the fight that Putin has wanted, to kind of teach former republics of the Soviet Union that when you break away, you will pay a price. And we're showing you how it's going to go by just, number one, going after Ukraine, who is thinking of going to the east, going to the west. They would love to join NATO, and this is how we're going to go. And I don't know. It's an old. There's just generational conflicts there going way back before the Second World War, way back. And you notice it's all men, it's all guys. There are no women involved in any of these discussions. There are no female prime ministers, no female anything. It's all guys, and it's all testosterone, and it's all brand new weapon systems, and it's all the toys that they have spent trillions of dollars on over the decades. And it just goes around and around and around. And you've got these young men who are jacked up from 16 to 30 years of age who want to fire these things off and, release some stress and pick on somebody. Here we go. I mean, it's just mankind's biggest folly. And we love making mistakes over and over and over again, and it costs human lives. And the young don't weep like the elderly do. And if you don't become old, you don't have that problem. So there you go. What can I say? The glory of dying on a battlefield. I don't get it. But then again, not my war. In any event, we have to deal with it. We have to watch for it. The Dow now is up 17 points. We are backing off. We could be red by the time we open up here. I have been saying already to all of you who joined me this morning, I am already telling you folks, sell into strength. I don't think we're going to have an update today. When it's all said and done, no way. It's a long weekend. We're not trading on Monday. There's no way the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P are going to go, yay, we're going to hit all-time record highs next week. Not going to do it. And going into this weekend, I think people want to be out rather than in. And so there will be, I think, pullbacks. Now, we've had pre-market gains so far being registered, but I don't think they're going to last. I've got Rocket Lab up 27 cents to 934. I had SoFi up 20 cents. It's now down 2. GameStop was up $2. It's now only up 34 cents. Matterport unchanged. It was up 7, 8, 10 cents. 23andMe shows 12-cent gain. Spire is showing a 2-cent loss. ATIP is showing a 7-cent gain right now. No trading on SmartRent. Cyxtera showing a 9-cent gain to 12.75, but Cyxtera is in its own world. Apple up 15 cents. It was up $1 earlier. Goldman is up 93 cents. It was up $2 earlier. Cisco now is down 4 cents. It was up a quarter before 1 hour ago. Tesla has gone negative from positive. It's negative $2. Peloton is at $30.28. That story is pretty well finished. And ARC Innovations, the disruptors, more pressure, down to 66.80, down 139 from yesterday's loss already, 470 yesterday. So it just keeps coming and coming and coming, and it's just not good to. It's just not good on the the Ukraine front. The Americans are calling for diplomatic consultations and talks. The Russians have put 150,000 troops at the border. That's how they're talking. And they'll talk, yeah, but then they just strengthen the noose around the country even further. It's just an absolute bully over a country that can be run over at any time. They're the Ukrainians are the victims. The Russians are the aggressors, and the Americans are not interested in spilling any blood for the Ukrainians, and neither are the Europeans. And that is the end game of it all. That's when it comes down to it. Putin knows that no country is going to throw troops into Ukraine to defend Ukraine against the Russians. And so the Russians are going, it's ours for the taking. Why wouldn't we take it? Once we have it, then we can negotiate giving none of it back. It's unbelievable. China's watching this with great interest. And I find that I'm just finding that without any Western involvement to help defend the country, the Chinese are going, hey, Taiwan is ours for the taking. Maybe South Korea is ours for the taking, because these Western powers won't defend it, and we'll expand. We'll accuse these countries of vicious acts, and then we'll move in. And who's going to stop us? Who's got the guts to step up? And welcome to the world. I would prefer we fight world wars with respect to economics. I'd rather fight economically than with bullets. But unfortunately, there are those out there who are seeking for the glory, looking for glory, for expansionism and whatever causes they're fighting for. They'd rather use muscle and force to get what they want and be condemned by the rest of us, but they don't care about condemnation. They just don't care. And so there you go. Nothing more I can tell you. That's the way it is. So the markets are theoretically under pressure. How low could we go today? We could lose 1,000 points today. We could lose 1,000 points. I don't think we will because I don't think the invasion will happen until after the Olympics are over, and that's Sunday. The 20th of the month is the last day of the Winter Olympics. And as a courtesy to China, Russia won't invade until the 21st. That's my guess, my gut feel. I had a feeling they might have invaded by now, but they haven't by now. They've just kept it bringing in more and more of their combat ready people. That then it tells me, Sunday, an hour after the closing ceremonies, boom, they move in and away we go. And when we open on Tuesday, we're down. We're down again. That's possible. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but it just all signs are just pointing to this. I mean, it's just logistics, common sense says, but what can I tell you? It is what I'm looking at. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just trying to be realist. The Dow is now down 62. The S&P is down 4 points. Nasdaq is off 2 points. So we've just gone negative in the last 2 minutes. So there you go. I can't give you a happy kumbaya by the campfire story. I can't lie to you. We're up 19 on Rocket Lab, unchanged on SoFi, up 34 cents on GameStop. We're down 3 on Matterport, 12-cent gain on ME, 2-cent loss on Spire, 7-cent gain on ATIP. No change on SmartRent, up 9 on Sextera. And then Apple is up 21 cents, Goldman up $1.93, Cisco up a penny, Tesla down $1.26. And there we are. There's where we're sitting at. What else is going on here? JP Morgan sees normalization in investment banking business in 2022 after exceptional 20 and 21. 3M stock sinks after Morgan Stanley says sell it because of rising risk of combat arms liabilities. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Apparently, DraftKings had better sales, like better gross revenue, but their stock's off this morning. And so a bit of pressure there. Yeah, not much to get excited about. We're down 71 on the Dow. It's just gone south in the last 5 minutes. We're down 6 on S&P, down 8 on NASDAQ. Oil now 164, lower at 90.12. So we've actually come back up a little on oil. Gold has gone positive to $1,902 an ounce. It's gone up $2 an ounce in the last 5 minutes. So obviously there is something going on that is creating this move in the markets, and it doesn't help. Start of the day here, CNN headline says U.S. says Russia to manufacture justification for war. Let's see. Ukraine and Russia accuse each other of ceasefire violations. This is the beginning of the whole thing. This is how it starts. This is the classic, pre-invasion talk. It's all you did it. No, you did it. No, you did it. And there you go. Let's see. What else is going on here? I'm just looking at any kind of headlines. The U.S. 10-year note, 1.94%, 1.948. So the yield is dropping. The U.S. Treasury bond prices are rising because money is going to U.S. funds, safe haven. Oil now at 90.12 to 90.16 a barrel. And we're now down 140 on the Dow. We're down 13 on S&P, and we're down 28 on NASDAQ. These three indexes were positive, a half a percentage point each not too long ago, which put the Dow up 150 ballpark. We were up 20 on S&P. We're now down 11, and the NASDAQ was up about 100 points, 80 points. It's now down 25. So that's what we have right now. We have complete reversal. Going into the open, and that's what's happening. Now, the other talk going on, there's issues everywhere. The other issues are, apart from the war thing, okay, and the Russia sanction thing and all that crap, the other talk is what's going to happen with inflation, supply chain issues, interest rates. Now, the Federal Reserve of the United States has been doing has been doing two things to try to keep the U.S. economy from going into a recession, and it's been doing this for a long time. And what it is two of things are: one, keeping interest rates low by keeping the Fed funds rate, the rate that the Federal Reserve charges banks to borrow money from it to then lend it to us. That's at a quarter of a percentage point and has been there forever. Virtually nothing. Inflation has been 2 to 4% up until a few months ago, 6 months ago. Now it's 5, 7, 9. Whoever you believe, it's up there. Okay. The second thing the United States Federal Reserve has done is that they have been buying off of the bond markets. They have been buying bonds that are issued by states, cities, corporations. And the strategy there is simply the Federal Reserve uses its muscle to it can create all the money it wants. It buys bonds off of the bond market. So investment brokers in New York and elsewhere, they help companies raise money, and cities and towns and states and governments. And the United States Fed is buying up about 80 billion bucks a month, about 20 billion a week of bonds. It has been for years. They have now $9 trillion of debt they own. Now, if you're watching me from the United States, okay, I have good news for you guys. Okay, this is good news for America, and you don't get told this by anybody. I don't think anyone tells you this. But here's the good news, all right? The Federal Reserve buys bonds in the open market, bonds that pay interest. The Federal Reserve gets paid interest every month or quarter, however these bonds are set up. And when you buy a bond, just so you know, if a bond pays a dividend payment, let's say every 6 months, if that's the kind of bond it is, and the interest rate is 2% a year. So every 6 months, 1% is paid in interest on a set date every 6 months. Okay, well, if you buy the bond, anybody buys that bond in the open market, you are buying that bond with 3 months of interest coming to you. If it's 3 months into the 6 month window. All right, so if the payment is in June and the last payment was in December, and now here we are in March, let's say, and you buy the bond in March, you will pay the price for the bond, plus you will pay the interest up to that day on top of that. And then in June, if you still hold the bond, you will get the interest for the full 6 months, which gives you your interest back that you've prepaid for, plus the interest you're earning between now and June. Now, if you you buy the bond today, and you sell the bond next week, all right, for example, you will pay interest up until today, then you will get interest up until when you sell it. A week from now, you'll get a week's worth of interest when you sell it off. So if the bond doesn't change in value, you get just as much for the bond as you paid for it, but you also get 7 days of interest added to the interest you've already paid. You get that back. So that's what the bond market is. The Federal Reserve has $9 trillion of bonds in its accounts, paying anywhere from 0.5% to 3% interest, 4% interest. They've got corporates, governments, municipal, all kinds of bonds. And the Federal Reserve makes money. The Federal Reserve gets paid interest all the time. That interest goes into the Federal Reserve's fund to grow its own balance sheet. And in effect, American taxpayers are the Fed. It is America. And so America actually has been making money, not a lot of money, and certainly not more than inflation on this program. It's not a winner as far as, oh, America is getting rich with this. But what's interesting is when the Federal Reserve started buying up bonds, they were lowering interest rates at the same time. And as they were buying bonds and then lowering rates and buying bonds and lowering the Federal Reserve fund rate, the bond prices went up and up, which meant that the bonds in the Fed were rising in value, lowering in yield. And so the Federal Reserve is probably up on the value of the bonds that they've got, but they've certainly earned at least some interest on it. Now the plan is for the Fed to stop buying up bonds on the open market. That's the first move. They want to slow down how much they're getting until they don't buy any. and just going to sit on what they've got. Then the strategy is, apart from raising interest rates, the strategy will be to start offloading these bonds. They're going to want to sell them back into the bond market, which is a very liquid place. There are always pension funds and hedge funds and ETFs and insurance companies and bankers, large investment entities, always looking for yield. And bonds are they trade all the time. The thing about bonds, though, is that bonds, like stock options, they expire. Bonds have, like a personal loan, they have an end date to this deal, even government bonds. So when the United States issues 2-year treasury notes, that means it's a 104-week deal. At the end of 104 weeks, the United States buys back those treasuries and doesn't pay interest on them anymore. They issue new ones, but they may issue just as many or fewer or more in 104 weeks, depending on how much money they need. So the Fed, every month that goes by, their $9 trillion bond portfolio, some of it's expiring or maturing, in other words, maturing. If the Fed stopped buying bonds today and didn't do anything for 2 years, nothing, in 2 years they wouldn't have 9 trillion in debt anymore. They'll probably have about 8 trillion in debt, because a trillion in debt will mature out and they'll be paid out for it. And then they'll only hold 8 trillion. But the plan is to buy back bonds, sell off bonds and lower the inventory in-house. That's called tightening, because right now when the Fed buys a bond from the open market, it issues cash to the seller of that bond. And the bond market has had all this cash coming into it, more cash coming into it, to allow the bond market to raise cash for others. Who needs more cash? That's why interest rates have been so cheap for many, many companies and governments and so on. So when the cruise line industry needed to raise $70 billion in the last 2 years to keep those cruise ships floating, they raised $70 billion in the junk bond market. No problem at all. There was so much money sloshing around. 80 billion a month of fresh cash, a trillion a year coming into the bond market, courtesy of the Fed, for the last 9 years, 8 years. I mean, it's just a ton of money. Cruise lines need 70 billion over 2 years. That's nothing. 35 billion here, 35 billion here, 1 year towards the other year. There's 80 billion a month coming into the bond market. How much money you want? This is why Ford can raise money, GM, Boeing, General Electric, Apple, to buy back its own stock for 1% interest. I mean, there is money, and there has been money allowed everywhere. Why have you been able to get mortgages at 3%, 2.75%, 3.25%? There's money around. There's money everywhere. And so this game has kept the U.S. economy flush with capital. Bond market's easy, raise cash for whatever, corporate purposes. And you don't get to borrow money without being able to pay it back, by the way. I mean, the bankers in New York just don't give money to anybody. You got to qualify for the money. And so public companies have gone to Wall Street to try to raise cash, and many have been rejected. I mean, they said, nope, we can't lend you guys money. You're losing, blah, blah, blah. Or you have to go to a secondary market. You'll be paying 15% interest like a credit card. Yeah, you can raise money there, but you're not going to get it from us here at JP Morgan at 1.25%. So obviously, how credit worthy are you will determine whether you get to borrow or not. But what'll happen now is, if the Fed doesn't put 80 billion a month in, 20 billion a week, and they stop, and then they start taking out maybe 5 billion every couple of weeks, they start, selling bonds back into the market. Then the street will go with a corporation coming to the door going, we want to raise, $1 billion on a bond offering. Wall Street might say, yeah, we can do that, but you got to compete with all the other bonds that are out here, and more bonds are showing up on here, which means the prices of bonds are under pressure. They're going down because more bonds are showing up. That means the yields are higher. So the cheaper the bond, the higher the interest rate on that bond, the higher the return. So if you'd have been here a year ago, we could have probably raised money for you at 1.5%, but right now it's going to be 3 or 3.5. 4, 4.25, 4.5. That's higher interest rates. So you can raise rates by tightening the money supply, by putting bonds back into the bond market. That's one way to raise rates without raising rates. Then, if you take the Fed funds rate and you go from a quarter point to a 3/4 of a point, then you go to a point and 1.25 points, and the bond market is slowly rising along with it. That is a gradual Goldilocks version. It's a nice soft landing. They call it a soft landing. We're going to take money off the table from our bond portfolio, but not in an aggressive way. We're not trying to sell $1 trillion a month. We're not going to do that. We'll do maybe $5 billion a week, $1 billion a day, $1 billion a day into a multi-trillion-dollar bond market. Huge, hundreds of, tens of trillions, hundreds of trillions of dollars out there. We'll slowly ease into it, but so will the Europeans, and so will the Canadians, and so will the Brits. This has been going on everywhere. Canada has been buying bonds. Canada has kept its interest rates low. Britain had been doing it. France, Italy, Germany, the EU Central Bank. Many, many economies have been doing this for over a decade to keep the economy floating with capital and keep business going, because working people and busy people with careers are the kind of people that pay bills and don't protest in the streets. If you don't protest in the streets, we don't have to arrest people. If we don't have to arrest people, we don't have to put them in jail. If we don't have to put them in jail, we don't have to pay $60,000 a year to keep them in jail. It's a lot cheaper and a lot better for society to have everybody working and paying taxes by buying your chocolate bar at the grocery store and paying sales tax on it, buying your pop or buying your beer or smoking your cigarettes or gambling in Vegas. We want you partying it up and living your life and growing your worth. That way there's tax flow for every level of government, and we don't have protests in the street because we have government funding for programs for the underprivileged and blah blah blah. But unfortunately, we also have money for military, and there's the Achilles heel of the human race. We have enough money from taxation to build systems to kill, and they get smarter and better and more efficient all the time. And there's the race, the arms race that always is going on, no matter what governments claim they're doing or not doing. The so-called secret stuff going on, where our tax dollars are just, they don't all go to the needy and to the elderly and to the retired and to the students and to education programs or whatever. No, there's a portion that goes to this area over here, and this area over here is designed to kill. And that's what welcome to the human race. In case you didn't know, we're humans. We're not in Star Trek after all. We're not in Star Trek after all. Unfortunately, we do have to keep that in mind. In any event, the big talk after the war thing, under the surface, higher interest rates and tightening of monetary policy. The tightening of the monetary policy. That is a big one. There is more money in bonds than stocks, just so you know. Banks have way more exposure to loans than they do to stock portfolios. Stocks are a minority, a small amount of the big investment picture. So when interest rates drop, yields fall, bondholders, a portion of them, like 1/100th of the bond players out there, 1/1000th%, they're looking for better yields. And there are times where institutional investors will say, well, we have $500 million in cash on hand right now. $300 million came from contributions from pensioners. $200 million has come in dividends and in bond interest payments and maturing bonds. And for the next 3 months and 6 months and 9 months, we're going to have $500 million every 3 months available that we have to reinvest. Because we've got an $85 billion fund we're watching here. We got $500 million extra cash we have to put to work. We need that to grow because we have to pay the pensioners that we're responsible for their monthly pension money. What can we do with this $500 million to get a return? And the analysts will say inside the house, well, we could buy U.S. Treasuries and get 1.9%. And the other guys on the table will go, yeah, but you know what? Inflation is 5%, 7%. We're going to lose against inflation. Okay, well, we could take, split this money into 10 different segments, 50 million each. And why don't we put 50 million into five stocks that pay yields, dividends of at least 3.5%? Can we find five stocks that can do that? Oh, okay. How about Intel? Oh, how about AT&T? How about this? How about, so they'll go through a list of 150 companies and they'll find five. And they'll say, okay, let's buy those five stocks and get the dividends of 3.5%+ on our money. Now, what are we going to do with the remaining $450 million? And here we go. Some of it will go into bonds. Some of it will go into notes of some kind, short-term swaps. I mean, it's endless. It's bloody well endless. There's a million places it can go. But a sliver of bond money comes into the equity side of the equation. Equities could really move up because, again, equities are a small percentage of the total amount of money that's out there. And that's why equities have done so well. And this is why the PE multiple has been so high for so many publicly traded companies, because wage bettors, gamblers, which includes everybody. A pension fund is a gambler, just like you and I are gamblers. If we buy stock in a company and a pension fund buys stock in a company, we're all gamblers on that stock. Well, the stocks like Apple's and Microsoft and Amazon and Google and on it goes, they've been trading at way higher multiples than historically because they have been delivering way higher earnings every quarter than their historical pasts. And so investors have been willing to pay up now for earnings tomorrow. I will pay a 33 times PE multiple for this stock, knowing that gambling and feeling pretty good that by the time 6 weeks goes by, 8 weeks go by, when they come out with their latest financials, they will outdo their financials from a year ago for that quarter, that this quarter's financials will blow away last year's. And if I'm right, the stock's PE multiple will be recalibrated to the new earnings and it'll be brought down. And I'm not overpaying anymore for that stock. I might be overpaying today for 6 weeks. But in 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks from now, I will be vindicated because the PE multiple will actually be, instead of 33 times PE, might be 24 times PE multiple. And if the next quarter, 13 weeks from then, so 6 weeks plus 13 weeks, 19 weeks from now, they come out with the next quarter and blow away that quarter from a year ago, again, I, who haven't bought any more stock, just bought stock today, went from 33 multiple to 24 multiple, and now my entry point into this stock and what it's earning now, I'm down to like an 18 or a 17 multiple. And historically, that's cheap because it's under 20. This is the thinking of pension funds, hedge funds, ETFs, and all kinds of managers. In the meantime, they write options against their position to enhance their earnings. They collect the dividends. They might buy a put to protect against downside shocks, just in case, called insurance. All of these moves are made simultaneously, and that is why inside a mutual fund or a pension fund, you might have a California Teachers Pension Fund, which is what, $280 billion. They got a lot of employees over there running that pension fund, a lot, and a bunch of them are analysts. And they're down to super specialized analysts. We don't have like just an analyst for the whole thing. No. We have hundreds of analysts that work here, or we contract from time to time. And we have analysts on stock option writing possibilities. We have analysts that study dividends. We have analysts that study charts. We have analysts that are technical resistance and support levels. We have analysts that are bond analysts. We have currency analysts, we have commodity analysts, we have everything you imagine, because this $280 billion is into 1,000 different things at the same time. There's no one guy that can run 1,000 items. There's no way. How do you manage 1,000? Some of you at home are trying to handle 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 stocks at a time. You can't possibly handle it perfectly. I mean, it's a lot going on in one day. I'm talking to you about watching everything in the world, and you're looking at me going, Bruce, I can't do that. I can't watch everything in the world, plus my 30 stocks. What do I do? Well, you manage fewer stocks because you have to watch the outside world. Well, over at the old California Pension Teachers Fund, and the Ontario Teachers Fund in Canada, and the firefighter funds, and the City of New York Public Workers Fund, and the state of Ohio's pension fund, and Florida's whatever. I mean, thousands of pension funds in North America and in Europe and in Asia. There are thousands of them, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, tens of trillions of dollars under administration at all times, with millions of people watching over it, because that's just the power of numbers. If there was one pension fund and it only had $1 million in it, you could run it with a couple of guys. But there's no such thing as that. There are thousands of pension funds with millions of employees handling hundreds of trillions of dollars. I mean, it's staggering if you think about all that. It's crazy. Inflation just keeps that number going, obviously. In any event, there's a lot to watch, and they are watching, and they're making their moves. And that's why we hear all these terms about quantitative easing, soft landing, the tightening of the money supply, the loosening of the money supply, Fed meetings, the minutes of the meetings. Just what are they intimating when they come up with their minutes? Where do you think everyone's? If it's a 0.1% adjustment in interest rates or bond rates, we're talking about trillions of dollars of interest payments on the line that could move up or down here. And there are thousands of pension funds and ETFs and hedge funds and mutual funds everywhere going, what does this mean to us? Everybody wants to know. And so it's a guessing game of gargantuan proportions. That's why Ukraine is important, because Ukraine could affect interest rates by 1 or 2 or 3 percentage points. It might only be a 1-year effect, but it's one hell of a year. And if it affects oil to the tune of 10 or 20 bucks a barrel, up or down, yeah, you got people watching that. California teachers' pension funds, they want to know what oil is going to do. Not because they have oil stock necessarily. It's because everybody who's in business is affected by oil prices, prices at the pump, energy costs for heating, air conditioning, and powering up factories, distribution centers, keeping offices warm or cool. The whole enchilada, supply chain, everything is completely dependent on costs. One of the costs, energy. And so we are all watching this. This is huge. And the spin-off and the ramifications are incredible, because if a corporation is going to have a hard time because of an increase in oil prices, they might have a hard time in a year from now, 6 months from now, making payments on loans that they have, bonds that have nothing to do with the oil patch, that has everything to do with their distribution business. They might not be able to make payments to insurance companies for their insurance coverage that they have, or what have you. They might not be able to make pension benefits for their pensioners. This whole thing ripples everywhere. It's like a little pebble in a pond, and the rippling goes out and out and out. And in Hong Kong, they feel it. In Berlin, they feel it. In Milan, in Washington, in LA, in Jakarta. Funds everywhere are affected by the ripple effect. And this is why we watch oil by the penny. We watch gold by the ounce, by the penny as it moves. We watch the Dow, the futures. We watch currencies. We watch interest rates. We watch it all. And it's all interrelated. It's all there. Even in Iran, we care about what's going on there. We care because if Iran can legally sell oil into the open market and untap their reserves and issue 3.5 million barrels of crude into the world, that's going to affect the oil market big time, because that adds up to a lot of oil over the year, and that enters the system. And yeah, Iranian oil might only be exported to Pakistan and exported to India, and it's exported to Sri Lanka. It never makes it to America. It doesn't matter. If Sri Lankans and Indians can get Iranian oil, they don't need Saudi oil. And if they don't need Saudi oil, Saudi has an extra 500,000 barrels a day sloshing around that they didn't have last year. Where does that oil go? Well, a lot of it ends up in Europe. A lot of it ends up in Africa. It's all a chain effect. Complete chain effect. And if more oil is available than is needed, guess what happens to the price of oil? It starts to go down because all storage tanks fill up. And all ocean liners, all ocean going vessels that can handle oil are all full and they have nowhere to go. They have to go to Texas. They have to go to Louisiana. They have to go, yeah, but not for a month. Wait 6. We'll see in 6 weeks. We don't need you today. We'll see in 6 weeks. Oil is now sitting around, waiting to be delivered. This is bad news for oil delivery companies. Bad news for oil producers. Good news for consumers. Lower prices, more demand, more supply, lower prices. That's why we watch everything. Anyway, there you go. I hope I haven't bored you with that. We've got 20 minutes to go before we open up. We're down 18 on the Dow now. We're unchanged in S&P, and we're up 19 on NASDAQ. Are we jumping around? Yes, we are. Are we going to record highs? No, we're not. I don't think so. I think we're more under pressure than for a big home run here. Stocks will fluctuate. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're looking at GameStop right now at 124.21, up 80 cents. Over on the AMC front of things, I'm just going to head all the way over there if I can. AMC, there it is. AMC trading at $19 a share, up 6 cents. It was as high as about 19.30-35 about an hour and a half ago, but it's backed off now to 19 bucks. It's practically going to be unchanged when it opens. If that, it might be lower, it might be higher. Now it's 18.98. There you go. It's already under 19. GameStop 124.21, up 90, up 80, and 10,000 traded in the pre-market. Nothing. We have 300,000 traded on AMC in the pre-market. That's not even normal. That's less than normal. So there's tentative buying going on this morning so far. On our favorites, I'm showing now a gain of 13 cents on Rocket Lab. That was about 26 cents earlier. No change on SoFi. A 61-cent gain on GameStop at 124.29. Make that 88 now. Matterport up 4 cents. 23andMe up 6 cents. We're down 2 on Spire. Looks like we're up 7 cents on ATIP. And then no changes on SmartRent. A 9-cent gain on Cyxtera. Then Apple's up 34 cents. We're talking dead quiet here. A Goldman up 87 cents. Cisco down 3. Tesla up 26 cents. Peloton down 4. Arc Innovation down $1.20. We're not going anywhere quick at this point because we are all wondering about how all of this is going to play out. As we come into the opening, which is now 18 minutes away. We're 18 minutes away to see what's going on, and we'll find out in short order just the vibe on the street. And it could well be that the street doesn't know what to do. It'll be a flat line. It'll go up 50 points, down 50 points, up 50 points, down 50 points. Doesn't know. But I think as we get closer and closer to the close tonight, it'll be lower because of fears of what could happen over the next 3 days. By the way, thank you for 153 thumbs ups today. I appreciate that. If you keep those coming through here, I would love you for that so much. Thank you. 124.29 looks like on the GameStop shares. So yeah, we're up 88 cents. Nothing burger. They haven't moved much, and it's traded 10,000 shares. So we're really quiet here. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. And what can I say? Bobby Atkins, I wanted to ask in the pre-show, but I had to dig myself out of a snowstorm. Uncle Bruce, any suggestion writing contracts on Cyxtera? Any ideas? It's coming off an all-time high today. What do you think? Should I do anything with the Cyxtera shares? Yeah, I want to see how they open again. They were at 1275 yesterday, new all-time high, 1275, 1280. Very little volume. Will they now go through 13 without any issue? Will that be the next thing? What's the upside on the stock? I don't know. What's the next announcement? I don't know. They're sitting on a bunch of cash? I think so. What's their acquisition going to be? Is there one? I don't know. They're quiet. They're a silent running. They're just running along. It might be better to keep quiet right now while this market is in all this turmoil and hit new all-time highs all the time, I suppose. But they're in the server farm business and it's booming. Um, and yeah, I don't see. I've never seen a million shares trade in a day. Like I don't. When's the last time that happened? I'm sure it's happened, but I can't recall. It's such a dead quiet company. So theoretically, can you write options on the stock? Sure, you could. I don't know if there's any buyers for it. I don't know what kind of activity the option market has on Sextera, because it's such a quiet company. That's the thing, right? Yeah, Michael's saying the margins, the premiums aren't that great on Sextera, and that's what I fear when you have a company that's very quiet. Although the stock is fine, it's doing great in this market. It's doing phenomenally. The options will have no activity and no following, and that could be the problem right there. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. What else is going on here? Thank you, Beach Boy. Thumbs up number 127. Thank you, pal. Nice to see you here this morning. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not sure where we're at here. We're gonna find out. Yeah, I just don't know. Austin is saying, just popping in. I'm number 167 on the thumbs up right now. How bloody is it going to be today? Somebody should off Putin. There you go. Any thoughts on PayPal, Bruce? I have no thoughts on PayPal. None. They've had a tough time of it, and I got nothing. I don't follow them corporately in a detailed way. What do you so what you say to a newbie wanting to get into the markets like zero experience? Well, you got to do some homework. You got to study. Um, this thing about the markets. We hear from time to time. We hear these sensational stories of the lucky noob that scores a home run. But what we don't hear are the 19,999 noobs that get taken to the shed and whacked, and one of them makes some money. We don't hear about those guys either. So you got to do some homework. If you're brand new into this business, um, you've got to really want to learn all about it. And the simplest way to do it is just turn on your television if you want and watch some of the financial shows for a while and get the vibes, and then do some Google search as to what these terms mean. Hang out here and listen to this guy speak with plain English. Yeah, you could do that. You can go to my courses if you want, but I don't teach you how to buy and sell stock necessarily, like 101 investing stuff. But then again, after a week or two or three of really paying attention to the markets and reading the Wall Street Journal all the time and following CNBC, Fox Business, if you follow that, or CNBC Financial, or whatever you're following, um, studying the business section of the New York Times, Washington Post, whatever. Get a feel, and you'll find out what about the market you like. You got to understand, what area of the market do you like to be exposed to? Are you into real estate stock? Are you into metals? Are you into manufacturing? Are you into FANG type stories? What turns you on? What turns you off? Because this market, you can't do it all. You can't do it all, and so you got to get into whatever interests you. Over here, where I am in this little niche of the stock market, I have a list of favorite stocks that I follow with you. And then I have a list of companies that I recommend you definitely get into and or work options off of. But I'm an option writer guy. I'm actually evolving this channel so that option writers can make a bunch of money writing options, which is the opposite of what most people do. Most people buy call options and gamble. They speculate on the big lottery ticket. They're trying to get an option at a dime and sell it for 10 bucks and get rich, which happens never. Where I talk about, why don't you just write an option for 220 and buy it back for $1, and say thank you for the $120 per contract, and I'll do that every week. For 5 contracts at a time, I'll make 600 a week every week. Thank you very much. That's 30,000 a year. That's what I talk about. Now, some of you can make 10 times that much money. Some of you can make half as much. All depends how much capital you have at risk, how much capital you've got to work with. that's my niche. Plus, I try to explain the markets in plain English. And for noobs, if you're following me and you're trying to learn about the markets by listening to this old man talk about the markets in plain English, and it helps you and it works, great. Um, but I might not be the be all and end all for you. If you're young, I might be too unhip for you. I don't have all the fancy graphics. I don't have all the chart stuff up here, and I just talk. And a lot of people love watching me as a radio show. They put me on and just they got me over here, which is cool because you're not going to miss anything on the screen other than this gorgeous face. But we'll just kind of go through the markets together and steer ourselves in the right direction. And hopefully it works out for you. Anyway, thank you. Miraculous. I am thumbs up number 171. How about that? And Bruce, do you think we're near the bottom of Facebook shares right now? Is this a good time to get in? I would avoid Facebook as an investor right now. They're going to book disappointing results now for the next year. 4 straight quarters will be, I don't see phenomenal returns because they're kind of reinventing themselves. So I'm not sure if it's really where you want to be right now. Is it worth shorting Peloton at this level? No, I wouldn't. No, not really, Nick. I don't think so. I'm afraid of it more than I'm excited about it. Yeah, it could go lower, right? Yes, but it can also pop up $5 at any time, and so you're trying to whip a dog you think is dead, but the problem is the fourth time you hit it, it wakes up and bites you. You got to be careful. You got to be careful shorting whatever you're trying to short when it's at its lows, because there's virtually no downside left because it's been beaten down and now there's really just upside. And that's the other thing about Peloton. It's not like you can say, oh, Peloton is dead. Great. But that means it might only go from 31 to 30.50 maybe. But it could go to 32.50. So the upside is $2 or $3. The downside is 50 cents. This is working against you. Your odds aren't very good. So you may want to recalibrate and go, okay, well, if maybe I can short Apple shares or Microsoft shares on swings. So if Microsoft gives us a bit of a pop, I'll hit it for a couple of bucks on the downside, or Apple, I'll nail it. Intraday kind of stuff. Look for intraday strength. You notice the index is topping out, getting weak, getting tired looking. Boom, hit your short sale and pop off 2, 3, 4, 5,000 shares, and then put in a stink bid for $1 less, or make it quick $5,000, make it quick $10,000, or whatever you can do that way. Might be the way to go. Tiff, Uncle Bruce, I own a couple of SoFi 10 and 12.5 April calls, which are in the red. Would you sell them at a loss now or hope for an up move with SoFi earnings on March 1? You got to wait for the earnings. Yeah, you got to wait for the earnings and all the momentum around it and potential stock hype. That's what you're in for. Yes, that's what you're in for. And that hopefully will put SoFi 10s way into the money and bring your 1250s into the money as well. Hopefully $15, $17 a share is where we're going to, or more, or something. And then you've got something, because you're not that far out. But yeah, I hear you. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. Midnight Adventure. Yeah, baby, I just got into the writing game. I am the casino, a very, very small private casino. Yeah, that's right, my friend. You are the casino. And this is the new you. Welcome. All righty. Let's see. Yeah, Bobby says to Tiff, earnings are next week. Don't do anything. Yeah. Joanne, you take care. Jeff, 176 thumbs ups. Good morning, Bagel Gang. Nazareth, don't worry, Uncle Bruce. The stain for you is not bound by age. See you later. Thanks, Joanne. Tiff, thanks, Uncle B. And Bobby, thanks too. We are opening in 7 minutes. We're down 46 on the Dow again. We're down 3.5 on S&P. We're up 8.5 on NASDAQ. We're down 209 on oil. There's a lot of uncertainty here. Gold is down 220 an ounce. So there's this ebb and flow and happy and sad. It looks good. It looks bad. I don't know. I wonder. I hope. There's just all kinds of craziness here. It's uncertainty everywhere. And these markets are doing what they're doing, and they're driving us crazy. But you know what? all investors are like you and I. We're all sitting around going, "What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?" And the littlest thing can make a big impression on a market, can make a big move happen, good or bad. So we'll see what's going on here. That's all I can say. We're just going to be here to let the stocks tell us what they're doing, and the market as a whole will eventually tell us. But sometimes it's a 49 to 51% opinion situation that we're dealing with, and there's no clear direction. One day these guys are winners, next day these guys are winners, then it's these guys, and it drives us nuts because if it was 70-30, at least we know, right? It's official, it's a definitive. But in these markets right now, we're not getting that kind of guaranteed definitiveness, except for occasional intraday moves where we see everything going negative, we see everything going positive. Then we can follow it for a bit, and then we wait for the next direction. Down 66 on the Dow with 5 minutes to go. Down 475 on S&P, and up 6.25 on NASDAQ. Welcome one, welcome all to my channel, Traveling with Bruce. Check out my website, travelingwithbruce.ca, and there are courses there you can take. $100 a class. That's all you got to cough up. I can tell you right now, I keep getting told by people again and again and again, it's the best $100 I ever spent. I've learned more in one class that for the rest of my life, I will be making money off of just some of the tips in these classes. And for $100, this is a joke. This is a deal of deals. I'm happy for you, and I'm happy it works out, and I'm glad some of you are generous tippers. Make money and share the wealth with your creator. That's fine with me. Love to make thousands of you very wealthy. And some of the pennies will fall this way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining this channel as subscribers, as members. Chilling with Bruce members for what, $10 a month, and gold bagel members for $25 a month. Thank you all for being part of the show. Now, the schedule I'm on today. I'm on this afternoon, of course, at 3 o'clock for the final hour trading. And then Saturday and Sunday and Monday, I'm off because we're not open. We're not open until Tuesday. So you're not going to see me doing live anything until Tuesday, unless something catastrophic happens, which you never know, but I doubt it. So get some rest, and let's get geared up again for Tuesday and see what we have for a short week next week. 3 minutes to go before we start trading. On the open markets, what can I say? A PLTR, don't follow it, so I have no idea what I have no thoughts on it. Let's hope we're riding SoFi next week. And here we go, Alexander. Main reason I don't think there'll be a war: Russia profits from the suspense, driving oil and gas prices higher. Also, it makes West Intel media appear like crying wolf. It's a win-win. Yeah, I suppose. The problem, though, is that the cost of having a full-blown invasion force on the edge and ready to go, it's costing Putin tens of millions of dollars a day in expenses. And you can say, well, Bruce, that's offset by the higher oil price. Yeah, but then there's no gain. There's no actual gain to the country as a whole. But domestically, he shifts attention away from how bad it is domestically to how great the country's doing outside, defending its mother Russia name and all that. So, whatever. And he's keeping his commanders busy with all these maneuvers, and he's keeping all of his troops busy, and no one's bored. So I guess that's okay for him domestically. The checks don't bounce when he pays his boys and girls to do what they're doing. So, okay. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. I made my money back on my first filled order. Bruce is legit, says Midnight Adventure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Alexander, I got to sign 10 $20 puts I wrote on SoFi a while back at 14. Am I sad about it? Nope. $14 a share for SoFi is a steal. There you go. Splair, good morning to you all, and thanks for the gold video. So if Ukraine is invaded, we hear of you too. You may. We're opening in a minute. Good morning, Simpletons and Uncle Bruce. Today we're going to be like a boxer and we'll stick and move. Going to put in those stink bids to work right away. And as soon as it triggers, place a stink bid to buy back. There you go. 124 on GameStop, up 59 cents. AMC, 18.95, up 3. We're about to start trading here. Jeff, yes, Uncle Bruce, you've given us great framework to make money in these markets. Ultimate thanks. As I get more experienced, I think the advanced classes will make more sense to me. Credit spreads and so on. Exactly. It'll come. It'll come. Thank you all for your kind words and being here. We're going to get ready to roll here. We're down 70 on the Dow coming into the market now. We're down 5.75 on S&P. Nasdaq up 2.75. The cost for Ukraine, $3 billion a month. Increased cost for all of Europe is a benefit to Russia as well. It's dirty, dirty, dirty. Pickcomb. Putin would scare the world to gain a few political domestic points. Is he that guy? I guess he is. Larry, the bells are ringing over at Larry's corner. We're up and running. We're up and trading. And there you go. Fantastic. Looking forward to this opening here. We will keep an eye on these opening trades as everything starts to fall into place. Right at the moment, I am showing the Dow off 76 points, and I've got S&P down 7, NASDAQ down 3, oil at 254 a barrel. Let's go here. Good morning, says Michael. I finally made a morning session. How you doing, Michael? Alexander Putin, the autocrat, is definitely that guy, a guy that murders opposition and journalists, has no scruples. Bobby, got my DKNG cover call back for a dime at the open? Way to go. Throw the dead cats. We're down 42 on the Dow. Where are we at now over here? Let's get this running up here. GameStop 124.52 up 111. The Dow down 33. S&P up 6. NASDAQ up 27. I'm just going through the opening motions here. We'll follow this closely. Of course, Rocket Lab, I don't see a change yet. SoFi down 4 cents. AMC at 19.16 up 22. Matterport up 7. ME down 3. Spire down 14. We've got Smart Rent down 34 cents. Xterra up 48 cents to 12.65. I'm not sure. That's yesterday's quote. So there's still some not yet reacting to our opening yet. So we got a ways to go here. Down 55, 59 on the Dow right now. Flint Creek Soap Company is in the house. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice to have you here. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're down 44 on the Dow at the moment. GameStop at 125 even, up 159. You want to write calls on GameStop into strength if there is any. So if the shares of GameStop want to reach 127, 128, and then they want to top out there, you want to write calls, maybe 125s for a few weeks out, bring in some premium money, or 130s for like a month out or something like that, a month and a half, bring in some cash, dare the stock to pull off that kind of continued gain. But hey, as AMC rises, GameStop could rise, and AMC has been beaten down from the 70s to 19. So for AMC to try to go to 20 again, it's a possibility. Could it move GameStop to 128, 29? Yeah, could. Don't know if it would, but if it did, I'd be a writer on GameStop for sure. Absolutely a writer. A rollover is what I'm looking at for GameStop for some of you out there. You want to keep doing what I've been talking about now for a week, and that is roll into next week's contracts or the week after. Even if you have to buy back your call that you have now and sell the exact same call, the same strike price, for a week or two, you'll bring in more money than what you're paying to get your call back. That's money into your pocket. Fair enough. On the other hand, if you can buy back, let's say, a 105 call option that you wrote and turn around and write a 110 or a 115 call option for, say, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks forward, that you could bring in as much as you're paying to get this one back, but you're moving up $10 a share on the strike price. That's $1,000 capital gain to you, plus a break even on the contract, and it's given you 2 more weeks to now deal with this market. Fair enough. If you can obviously go from a 110 or 115 to 120.25, you are right at the money again. Maybe you're 3-4 weeks down the road, but you're at the money now. And theoretically, if you are able to buy back a call for, X amount of money and write a new call for more money, and move up strike price, win-win scenario. Keep your eye on the option chain all day long. See what happens. How high does a dead cat bounce on the moon, by the way? And look at that CYXT. Right now, it is CYXT $13, up 35 cents on CYX on 16,000 volume. That's the high of all time on 16,000 shares. Look at that. Let's see. I have been in the shadows working hard on rebranding. Happy birthday, Yoko. Blowing out 89 big green candles today. Once a shrill, always a shrill. Vilbus, I'll be rolling sometime today. Hello, Smith. I just bought back my AMC call and officially paid off all of the margin I used to buy the stock. Well done. Well done. My APR, my April and July 6 calls trading at the same price. Come on, man. Eric, I sold 3 GameStop 130s for $350 yesterday, expiring today. What's a good big stink bid to buy them back? Or you just think, should I just wait? If you can get them for 51 cents, that's kind of nice. You're out of the money a little bit here, so they shouldn't be too expensive, I would think. Let me take a look here. I'm not sure what they're doing. My quotes, though, will not be accurate. I'm sure I'm not accurate here. Because last night they were 1 to 112. I got to wonder, the stock at 123.95. Are they even at 50 cents, 60 cents? I'm not even sure. Eric, what are they going for? Bobby, I wrote April 12.5 at 120 on CTXT. Interesting. April, you wrote, okay, all right. Picked a good day to buy more SoFi. Yoko is 89? And well, John Lennon would have been 80 something, 82 ish, and Paul is 79, 80 now. Yeah, these guys, oh my God, our favorites. And Ringo is 80, just celebrated 80 a few months back. 80. The Beatles, 80. For those of us who are 66, oh God, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to know that. We don't. Oh my gosh, incredible. Charlie, Auntie, don't mention Yoko. Jeff, Eric, it's trading at 90 cents now, as you know. Pretty good thing gains already. I personally start to buy back when I'm about 50% gains. I leave a lot of money on the table, but I'm a little more risk adverse. Alexander, the 15 Goldman Sachs poor man cover calls I wrote at $6.90 a share just filled at 25 cents a share. I can dig it, baby. I'm saying, yeah, way to go, man. Stones are still touring, I think, and they're in their 80s. Yo, Jesus, she's old. And Charlie Bruce, I might start playing her again. My ears can't handle it. Yeah, I think Joni Mitchell is pushing her 80s soon, 70s, 80s. And is Joan Baez still alive? She's got to be pushing 80. It's amazing how many of these rockers have lasted this long. I mean, we've lost so many so young, in their 20s and 30s and 40s. But some of these kids have really kind of hung around. They've done a hell of a job. Keep still going. Nick, Uncle Bruce, I have 10 contracts on Spire. $2.50 strike expiring today. Is it worth exercising? Spire, 2.5. No, just sell them. If you can sell them for a dime or 15 or 20 cents any time today, just sell them. You don't have to worry about buying the stock. Let's see what else is going on. Keith Richards, he's got to be pickled by now. He's well preserved. Yeah. I just saw an advertisement for the Who tour this summer. Oh my God. You're the first to get that. Thanks, says Jeff. People are talking about Smoke Dog talking about that Chrono Trigger avatar. There you go. What else? Joan Baez is a rocker. No, I'm not saying a rocker, but she's from that 65 era. You know what I mean? Give me a break, Joe. Jeez. Saw the red spikes, knew right away, laugh out loud. Charlie, I'm excited to see REO Speedwagon in April. They might take the stage in wheelchairs. The best bands are dying off. Joe Rogan said Mick Jagger's 1 year younger than Biden. I couldn't believe it. Wow, they're all getting old. We're all getting on. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? 1282 on Sextera, up 17 cents, by the way. Smart Rent down 11, ATIP down 6, Spire down 11 at the moment, ME down 11, Matterport down 7, AMC down 18 cents to 1876, GameStop up 43 cents right now, SoFi up down 39, Rocket Lab down 18, the Dow down 2.6. We've got S&P up 1 point, and we got Nasdaq down 27 points. So it's a very mixed, non-directional market. No breaks for you, Joe. Didn't Joan bite the head off of a bat on stage once? So, Jeff, someone actually found a storage unit with still sealed copy recently. I think it's going for over 2,500 so far. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what the sealed copy is about. It looks like I might be buying back some SoFi covered calls today, potentially. SoFi, well, 1180 down 38 cents on SoFi. Cheap, and cheaper and cheaper. Matterport 647, 643 on Matterport. My God, 123.57 on GameStop, up 16 cents. Good morning, gang. I'm number 224 thumbs ups here. Welcome, Will Crothers. Joe, that's Aussie. Pick nose, buying Matterport and Rocket Lab. Good plan. Good plan. Unbelievable. Can't help people if they have to sell. It's too bad that they are, because this is cheap stock. But this market is what this market is. That's the bottom line. All right. Thank you all for popping in so far here on a Friday. Just good to have you here and following along with what we're trying to do. It's option expiry day today. We have opportunities to write options for next week. If you're going to write an option for next Friday, keep in mind it can only trade for 4 days after today, because we're closed on Monday. Thank you for the 225 thumbs ups already. Appreciate that, everybody. Keep those thumbs ups coming in if you could. Helping out the channel. Love it. We're just not getting a big happy vibe right now. We're down 14 on the Dow, I guess. Make it 65. We're down 65 on the Dow right now. As we're going through gyrations here, we're off 7 on S&P, and we're down 62 on Nasdaq at this moment in time. GameStop is still holding a 56-cent gain. For what reason, I don't know. It has no news that I'm aware of that AMC is off 26 cents. It's not helping it. How GameStop holds what it's holding, I can't answer. Other than I'll speculate with you. Maybe there's an announcement coming and people know about it. Insiders feel that there's something coming. Maybe friends of friends of friends of friends all feel that something big is going to happen, and whatever that big thing is, it's justifying the stock. Is it the upcoming earnings? Is it a press release? Is it a I don't know. We're now down 43 cents on GameStop. Someone was listening to me. I don't know. I can't tell you. We'll see. What else we got here? I have had 100 SoFi calls out and have been able to write, buy back, and today bought another round of 12.5s back for 5 cents a share. 1.5 profit share last 2 weeks on SoFi. $1.50 profit on the stock at last. Beautiful job. 1164 down 54 right now on SoFi. Matterport 640 down 14. AMC 1864 down 30, and GameStop 123.10 down 31 cents. But Alexander says, I won't write any more until after earnings. Bama Babe, the Sticks are in concert here next weekend. They're all in their mid-70s. Why SoFi? Why? Testy Donkey is saying, love the Sticks song, Lady. Nazareth, GameStop flip red. It did. Bradley, don't know what to do for 1,250 shares of SoFi at 1740. So could average down and get more Spire, but I would be, I'd be averaging up. But it's so cheap to pick up bulk shares of Spire compared to SoFi. There's the proverbial. Well, on SoFi, you could write $20 calls into, or $15 calls into March and bring in a few bucks and use that money to buy Spire and play that game. I don't know. I saw Rick Springfield in the fall, says Auntie. He fist bumped me too. How about that? Miraculous. Sold my second covered call on SoFi for 60 cents These are 15s for March 11. Put an offer out to buy back at 26. Too stinky? No, that's great. No, that's super. No, do that. Do it. Yeah. The insiders are like, dang, Uncle Bruce is on to us. Let's drop the stock to look less suspicious. Haha. Michael, I could buy back my SoFi calls today for 1 penny, but I'm going to keep that $100 out of spite. And keep the dollar. It's $1 out of spite. I understand. W. Walters, I'm thumbs up number 222. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I'm buying back a GameStop Leap. The bid is 56.45. The ask is 64.50. What's a good stink bid here? Should I do it now or should I wait? I don't know what the price of that thing is, and what are the prices of the leaps around it. So make sure that the 56 bid is it, in the money. Again, I'm blind here. I don't know what one you're talking about, so I can't give you advice. You're not giving me enough info. I need to know what's the strike price of this thing, and what was the last trade? Maybe did it trade today already or not? Any idea what the open interest is on this thing? Are there many of them? What date is this thing? When does it expire? Help me. Okay. Anyway, there we go. Austin is saying, have you bought any more shares or are you just writing now? Michael, I'm just writing for now. My calls I bought on SoFi a red. Jennifer, Rick Springfield, oh my. Auntie, right, Jennifer? I was still swooning. Felt like a teenager again. Splayer, go, Dropbox. Bobby, aren't you whaling it, Mike, at 1,000 contracts? Auntie, same, Michael. The only calls I'll be buying are leaps from now on. Michael, I wish 1,000 contracts. Laugh out loud. Only 100. GameStop down 24 cents. AMC down 23. Matterport 638 down 16 cents. SoFi 1173 down 45 cents. Spire 250 down 12. ATIP down 256 down 12. SmartRent 815 down 7. Sixtera 1298 up 34 cents. Robinhood down 19. Vanik Vectors down 238. Home Depot up 59 cents. IBM down 27 cents. Microsoft up 17 cents. Apple down 53 cents. Goldman Sachs down 418. Cisco down a dime. Facebook up 40. Amazon down 23. Tesla down 1180. Google up 6 and a quarter. Bed Bath Beyond down 11 cents. BlackBerry up down a penny. Bed Bath Beyond up 20. BlackBerry down 1. Royal Caribbean down 151. JP Morgan up 149. Costco up 150. Walmart up 61 cents. Nvidia down 359. Oh my. American Airlines down 12 cents to 18.12. Moderna up $1.22 to 147.58. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the markets are off. We're down 65 on the Dow. Not a bloodbath. We're just down 65 points. We're down 5 on S&P. We're down 50 on the NASDAQ. Oil down 230 to 89.46. We've actually had a good week on oil this week. We've gone from like 93, 94 down to 89 something, but that could reverse Monday morning, Tuesday. You know how it is. We'll watch for that. GameStop just popped up, 124.58 up 117. GameStop moving up again. AMC only down 6 cents. It's coming back on a bit right now. The Dow's still down 47 points right now. Anyway, there it is. What else? Yeah, Joanne, there's some great prices today on select poor man covered calls, long calls. I'm going to wait some more, though. ATIP, a new 52-week low. Good grief. So far, Austin, so far. Chalmouth is stepping down from the SPCE board of directors. Gold down and oil down. Market-wide selling pressure right now. Interesting. GameStop, 125. Yeah, 125 up, 159 a share on GameStop. And AMC down 8 cents to 1886. At the moment, the Dow is now off 82, dropping again. We're down 5 on S&P, down 35 on NASDAQ. Okay. That guy I know who installs smart technology stuff, he's killing himself trying to keep up with demand. Smart technology is adding these smart systems into these units. They're booming. They're just scrambling to keep up with installations. This is good news. Really good to hear that. GM's Good Morning Simpletons and Intellectuals from Duncan had some time with my granddaughter. Can anyone fill me in? Absolutely nothing going on, Duncan. You've missed absolutely nothing. Eric, thanks. Uncle Bruce, you got it, buddy. Yeah, we hear such different stories between how these companies are doing corporately and how their shares are actually performing. Smart Rent, 8.19 a share, up a penny, and they can't keep up with installations of their systems. Their customer and subscriber counts are just surging. And this is monthly recurring in revenue coming in for these smart systems forever. It's like a utility. They just will pay. It's like a cable bill. It just keeps coming in, coming in. Who doesn't want to pay for security, climate control, water leakage detection, keyless entry, the new modern way of looking after a house? You pay more money for your home's operation, condo, apartment, if you don't have smart rent. If you do have smart rent, you pay less, which includes the cost of smart rent. It pays for itself every month, and you pay less to operate your unit. And as a property manager, if you manage 500 properties or 200 or 800 or whatever the number is, you are saving millions of dollars having smart rent installed into your units. And your units, your property is worth way more money than one that doesn't have it. Your insurance costs are much lower as well. It's just a win-win. Smart Rent is going to be a massively successful corporation. They have a 10-year plan, but the stock is on a 2-month downer, 3-month downer. It is what it is. To me, I look at Smart Rent, ATIP, Spire, ME, Matterport, SoFi, Rocket Lab. I look at all these guys who are just up to here in corporate orders, in business that wants to be done with them. I look at all of those stocks and I compare them in an unfair way, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to compare them to Apple when Apple crapped out after Steve Jobs had been kicked out of there. The management tried to run it with their own ideas, and Apple was on the brink of declaring bankruptcy just as they brought Jobs back in. That's where these stocks are, but they're not bankruptcy stocks. These guys aren't going out of it. All of them are cash rich. They all have enough money in the bank to last 10 years each. But their stocks are trading as if they're about to go out of business, and it's not true. And so in this market today, there is more cheap stock available than people want. There's just too much stock available for people right now. As a whole, there are 500 plus SPACs. These are 8 SPACs that I follow, former SPACs. That's all. It's all of it. Nothing personal, just business. But in this next year, there will be far fewer SPACs left that will still be around because several SPACs will not be able to make their mergers and they'll have to just close up shop. Others will get taken out by other entities through mergers, acquisitions. Maybe we're one of them, maybe not. Maybe one of our SPACs will be a buyer of another company, maybe not. But I look at these prices and I just kind of go, if you got 5 years, 10 years, you buy all these up. Just pick them off and put them away and just say, okay, I got them. I got them at super cheap discounts. I got them when they were giving them away. Thank you very much, because there were people giving Apple away at $2 a share at its low, $3 a share, $4 a share, $5 a share. And people who were selling thought that the buyers were idiots. And people who didn't do anything thought anyone buying Apple at those lows were nuts. Even after Jobs came back, they went, oh, he's gonna finish it off. He's gonna finish this company off forever. And now it's the world's most valuable corporation after all these years. But, they had a plan. They had a long-term plan, and they delivered. These guys have a plan too. Can they deliver? We'll find out. Jeff, it's been a good week for me too. A good week for GameStop. A predictable trading range of 121, 132. Nice volatility to make plays. I think the upcoming short weeks might see a rise leading to earnings. Nazareth Adventures with Duncan markets went up, down, sideways. Bradley, hi Bruce. Any more news on Russia, Ukraine? Been busy since Tuesday. Why we get hit on our list? All kinds of stuff we're following here. What else is going on? You cross your arms and you watch. Jason Laws. I just read a headline that Elon Musk will be donating $6 billion of Tesla stock to stop world hunger. That's a billion with a B. Bobby, less taxes. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, apparently he donated $5.7 billion worth to some causes, but we haven't heard the names of the causes, but that's what we see. Hey, Matterport's green. AMC is green. GameStop is green. The Dow is up 8.6 points. We're green, 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 and the S&P is up 9. Nasdaq up 28. So we're turning around a bit here. SoFi is down 9 cents. Rocket Lab only down 3. GameStop up 176 to 125.17. AMC at 19.10 up 15. Matterport up 9 cents to 663. ME at 465. Spire at 256 and ATIP down 7 at 261. Smart Rent 812 down 6 cents. So we're down 6 cents on 23andMe. We're down 6.5 on Spire. We're down 5.5 on ATIP. We're down 6 on Smart Rent, and we're up 27 cents on Sixterra. We're close to going green on everything, actually. We're only down 2 cents on SoFi. We're green on Rocket Lab. We're up 38 points on the Dow. We're going green on everything we follow the way this is looking right now. Sixterra is up 27. Robinhood up 13. Vanik down 8 cents. Going to go green. Home Depot is green, up 55. IBM down 36 cents. It's going to go green. Microsoft is green, up 106. Apple down only 13. It's going green. Goldman down 11 cents. It's going green. It was 344. It's now 348, 349. It's going to go green. Cisco is down a dime. It's going green. Facebook is green. Amazon is green. Tesla is green. Alphabet is green. Bed Bath Beyond green. BlackBerry went green. Everything is going green here. We're turning it around. Turning it around. Will it last? I don't know. 1959, 25-point gain on the Dow, 11 on S&P, 33 on Nasdaq, all green. Okay. Stink bid hit for 76, says Eric. Nazareth market buying pressure now. Spire, SPY went green. Austin, Uncle Bruce, what's your favorite SPAC out of all that you follow? I know you have one. I don't have a favorite. I like them all. I just like them all. They're all different. I like them all. 907 on Rocket Lab. We're up a penny. SoFi down 2 pennies. We're going to go green. We're going to come around here. 144 gain on GameStop. Up 8 cents on AMC. Matterport up 11 now. 665. ME down 5. Spire down 7.5. ATIP down 6. Smart Rent down 2 cents. Sixterra is up 18. There you go. Going to go green, green, green. We're up 43 in the Dow. Yay! There it is. They go up, they go down, they go sideways. What can I say? It is what it is. They do what they do, and we just have to stick around and enjoy the show. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Well, we'll see. We're up 48 on the Dow. Yep. 13 on S&P now. We're climbing. We're up 36 on the Nasdaq. Yeah, man. Gold off 240, oil off 185. There you go. There's your dealio, kids. 124.70 on GameStop. Like I said, make your rollovers, make them happen, and move forward next week and the week after. Build up your strike price. Even if you can build it $5 a week, build up your strike price $5 every week or two. You are coming up to that market, and you are adding value to your exercise price, and your account is getting higher in value. Absolutely. That's how we do it here. Fantastic. Nazareth, let's follow up Austin's question. Uncle Bruce, out of the SPACs that you've recommended, which one has the strongest business and will last 10 plus years as a profitable company? Well, Rocket Lab will be here 10 years from now. SoFi will be here 10 years from now. Matterport will be here 10 years from now. ME will be here 10 years from now. Spire will be here. ATIP, yeah. Physical therapy, yeah, they'll be here 10 years from now. Smart Rent, oh God, yeah, with these systems in place, oh yeah. And Sixterra, server farms, every one of them. These guys are going to be around for a long time. Whether they're their own standalone companies or whether they've been bought out by somebody else, these guys are all going to do just fine. If I wanted to create a conglomerate company that had many different divisions, I'd buy all 8 of them and I'd put them all into one company. The Uncle Bruce's Holdings, and own all 8 inside Uncle Bruce's Holdings, and I'd have 8 different businesses in 8 different areas, and none of them would have a whole bunch of issues. They would all have back orders for business or great demand for their services. They would all be getting recurring revenue constantly. Rocket Lab from launching satellites, SoFi from banking, Matterport from constant realtor and recurring business from her subscribers. ME constant drug royalties forever coming in there. Spire for managing satellites forever. HIP, physical therapy forever, always need it. Get one session today, get one next week, get one next week, always. Smart Rent, once those systems installed in these units, subscription revenue forever. And Sextera, server farms, revenue forever. Put them all into one conglomerate corporation, own all of these outfits outright, put the conglomerate company out as a public company, and you can pay dividends and do stock buybacks and make people a ton of money. Yeah, so simple. I mean, just so. Those of you who have platform accounts, where you can buy partial shares and stuff, if you're putting in, $100 every week into the market, or $300 a month, or $500 a month, you don't know what to do. Like, you're brand new investors, you're just following me because you love my face. You don't want to do options because you don't have enough money in it. You don't understand it. You just want to have a diverse group of stocks. Then just buy the 8 SPACs that I talk about all the time. Just buy an equal amount, dollar-wise, of each one of them every month, and just start buying them and buying them and buying them and buying. And don't even worry about it. Don't worry about where they trade. And just you get $400 a month. Divvy it up into $50 increments. Buy $50 worth of each one of these guys, and I'll bet you in 5 years from now, you're going to be smiling from ear to ear with your returns, because these companies 5 years from now will be way down the road, way down the road. Matterport, 500,000 subscribers today. How many subscribers will they have in 5 years? Just think about that. What about SoFi? How many users will be using SoFi services in 5 years? 15 million? 18 million? 20 million? How many? Yeah. Oh my God. How many physical therapy centers will the ATIP control? 8,000, 7,000, 9, I don't know. Just unbelievable. How many server farms are going to be run by Sextera? Smart Rent. How many condos, apartments, homes, and businesses will have smart rent systems inside them, automating everything and controlling costs for air conditioning, heating, humidity levels, water temperature, drapes electronically opened and closed during the seasons pertaining to the angle of the sun and all of that, water detection software, security system, all built into one unit. How many units are they going to have? How many millions of units are they going to be managing? Millions, tens of millions of units, generating how many dollars a month? $30 a month per unit. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar generator of money. Huge, just cash cows. These guys would be cash cows. Yeah, I think you can do just fine. You don't have to know anything about the market. You don't have to worry about anything about the Dow. You don't have to worry about anything about Putin and Ukraine or anything. You don't have to worry about inflation. You don't have to worry about interest rates. These companies are just going to grow and grow and grow. Their stocks will eventually catch up to where these companies are headed. They will. And there'll come a point in time where you'll go, I can't believe I didn't listen to this guy and put $100 a month into each one of these stocks. What was I thinking? What was wrong with me? What was I doing? What was I looking for? Well, it's up to you. I know a bunch of you do follow my stuff, and a bunch of you have them, and you have a different average prices, and you're averaging down where you can and all that. I say, God bless you. And just sit back and buy them. Just buy and keep buying and keep buying. And don't switch in between them. Just keep accumulating them. Keep accumulating them. Because what could happen down the road as you become more savvy with option writing and what have you, there will come a point in time where every one of these SPACs, every single one of them will be to the point where they trade at, where you're going to use all the stock that you've been buying and buying and buying as option material. You're going to be writing options against these guys, bringing in all kinds of revenue to just keep adding to your gains. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going. And some of you have 1,000 shares of each of these guys, or will eventually have 1,000. You're going to write 10 contracts on every one of your SPACs. That's 80 a month. You're going to do 80 contracts at a time, monthlies or weeklies or bi-weeklies or what have you. In 5 years from now, you guys are going to be writing contracts that are bringing in $2-3 a month per stock. You've got 10 contracts a month at $2 a contract. That's $200 times 10. It's $2,000 a month times 8 stocks. 16 grand a month. Your revenue is coming in. 200,000 a year. You're going to be bringing in option premium because you were watching a homeless Canadian back in 2022, just telling you to be patient, to be steadfast, and get toughen up your midsection. Just toughen up that belly and just buy this stuff and just put it away. Put it away. You're going to be writing options on these guys. You're going to be bringing in some serious money. Get yourselves to 1,000 shares on each one of these guys while you still can, because they're not $50 each. They're not $40 each. They're not $30 each. They are cheap stocks, but great corporate entities that have a plan. They have a plan. They've been around a while and they're executing on their plans. You're an early adopter. You're an early investor. Eventually, people like Kathy Woods will be talking about these stocks. Eventually, she will be calling these disruptors. But when she's talking about them, they're into their 20s, 30s, and 40s a share. And that's when all kinds of speculative analysts out there are going to talk about whether these stocks should be at $80 a share or $20 a share. You don't care. You're in at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're laughing. And you're going to be writing options and making all kinds of money. That's what I think. That's what I think is your future if you want it to be. But you've got to just buy it, get it, and forget it. Just don't let it get to you. And if you can write options right now, like I say, on SoFi, you want to write $15 options on SoFi, good for a month or so, bring in $1.50, make it happen. Take that money. Yeah, buy more SoFi or buy some of these others that are cheap down here. Absolutely. Yeah. You buy Matterport right now at $6.76 and it goes to $10, $11 in the next month or 2 or 3 or 4. And you start writing $15 calls against it and bring in $1 every couple of months on that. Yeah. Nice going. Bringing in $1 from a $6 stock, $6.70 stock, and buying more of it or buying whatever. Yeah. Just me. Just me. I'm thinking in a different time frame than today. I'm not thinking today, tonight, Monday, Tuesday. I'm thinking down the road. But do I like where some of these stocks are? No, I don't like it at all. Which tells me that there might be changes. There might be adjustments. And there might be consolidations. I don't see the 8 buying each other, but I can see outside entities coming in here and going after some of these guys because they're cash rich and these stocks are cheap. I don't know. Maybe activist investors might come in here. I don't know. Oh boy, are we going to have fun? I think we're going to have fun. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for being here. It's so great to see you, have you here watching us. Let's see what's going on. Here we go. Mass centralized evacuation of the population of DNR to Russia seems to be confirmed by the RU state media now. That's 2.2 million people. Get them out of there. Yeah, whatever. Yikes. Bitcoin, Matterport has been the red-headed orphan stepchild of 2022 so far. Andy, so ironic that I have a SPAC whose share price is higher than all of Bruce's SPACs combined. And wait until it de-SPACs. Karim, did ATIP, hello there, did ATIP ever get a CEO or whatever? How's the company even running? The chairman of the board runs it. Yeah, he's running it. Hi there.
Hi.
How are you,
I'm good. How
Miss
are you?
Jennifer? That's a nice T-shirt you got there.
Thank you.
I got one of those too.
Yeah,
I gotta have to wear one of those.
that's right.
But yeah, thank you all for being here today. Jen and I are getting ready for the weekend. We have some friends coming in,
I
and
know.
we got Monday off. And my
Which
gosh,
we just realized the other day
just figured it out.
because there was a mattress sale.
None of you guys told me that Monday we're closed. None of you guys. You guys were just letting me hang here. I'll tell you, thanks a lot.
We saw the President's Day mattress sale.
Yeah,
It's like,
Jennifer
what?
saw television ads saying, it's President's Day. We got a deal on mattresses. And we're going, President's Day? Is it a holiday? And then we check the markets. They're closed. Thank God for mattress sellers.
There you
Without
go.
mattress sellers,
Well, it's
we'd
a
be
good thing.
lost.
They probably only have a bed sale on President's Day.
I'd be here on Monday going, where the hell is everybody?
Where is everybody? Why can't I find any numbers on the market?
Why are the stocks not moving? They're the same price.
Something's going on.
What's going on?
That's right.
I'm the last to know. GameStop up 20 cents, by the way. It's backing off. Oh, my Matterport 678 up 24 cents.
Got some greens, some reds. Very Christmassy.
It's the Ukraine watch. That's what we're on right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The latest is that these are just, Putin is saying that these are just war games that we do to keep the soldiers on their toes
Yeah, military exercises in Ukraine.
in another country.
We don't want to set off bombs on Russian soil. That they make a mess.
We have other countries come into Canada to take part in our games, and because they want to use our snowy hills as training grounds and things like that. But that's because they ask and we invite them.
We invite them. We don't invite the Russians. Yeah.
It's the same here. The history of this area and all of the army training that went on in the desert here.
Could you imagine the hissy fit that Putin would have if the United States, Great Britain, France, NATO had military exercises in the Ukraine? We're just exercising. We're just keeping our trips at top level. We're going to do exercises in Poland, Ukraine, Estonia, Lithuania.
Gives them a chance to try out their language skills.
Yeah, we're gonna go up into Finland. We're gonna go into we're gonna go to wherever we border the Russian border. We're gonna do exercises, naval exercises all around Russia in international waters.
Yeah.
We're not bothering you. There's nothing for you to worry about. There's only 500
international water.
500 warships and 20,000 military aircraft surrounding your country. We're not doing anything. There's nothing for you to worry about. We're just exercising
We're just
our
playing
military.
pretend.
Yeah, we're just firing off some blanks.
Just little
There's
rubber
nothing
bullets.
to worry about whatsoever.
Itty bitty bullets.
What's the big deal with you people? You're so twitchy. What's wrong with you?
Itty bitty bullets and itty bitty guns.
Yeah, itty bitty little things. We're going to fire these things off because they're going to expire anyway. So we might as well fire them off and get some new ones. Yeah.
So I'm going to go see if I can find some curling. So what's it going to be today? Today's Friday.
I don't know if you're going to find any curling because I heard Canada won.
We did.
So,
but
I don't know if there's anything left.
I think I will still be able to see it.
Oh, as a rerun.
And I'm should be able to see later tonight or early tomorrow the gold medal game. That's going to be a real good game.
What gold medal game? Between
Scotland.
Curling. Curling. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was wondering if you were going to get all
Kennedy.
excited. You were going to get all excited for the ice dance exhibition show. Where they really put on the nice costumes and the really heavy makeup, and then they do those wonderful interpretive dances that judges don't, get to interpret.
I know.
Sport. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think.
In other words,
do they
ice-capades.
Do they do that in anything else? Like
the gymnastics. They have
does
the
gymnastics have a
they have
free
the
show?
they have the gymnastics version of ice-capades. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sure. It's to sell.
But do we do
to sell lipstick and
big air
perfume.
and stuff like that? Do they have just go out there and have fun and see what you can do?
On skates? It's
No,
fun.
on skis.
No, not on
the
skis.
half pipe
No,
and
they
things
don't do
like
that.
that. They don't do
No, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know if they even do that. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I can't say.
If I knew, I'd say, but I don't know, so I can't say.
So I can't say.
No.
So is it going to be a bagel with with jelly?
Well, we took a little ride yesterday, and we were fortunate enough to find some sesame seed bagels at Sherman's Deli yesterday. Bought them all. There were 10 of them there. Took them all to get through this weekend. So, yes, I am thinking of something on that bagel. But what is it I'm thinking? Oh, we got some fresh ham. Did,
We did.
did we run out of the old ham? We ran out of
Yeah.
the old, and now we have the fresh.
Yeah.
So, how about ham and cheese? But could you cut that black stuff off the outside of the
I
black
can do that.
forest? Because I don't like chewing on that. The rind is what
Poor
it's
baby.
called. Yeah, I'm not a rind guy.
See, that's why the other ham is better. It's so thinly sliced
Mm.
that you don't really notice it.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I cut it in half and I fold it over top of each other, and then I cut the rind off just as a crescent moon,
Mhm.
making it
The
easier.
crescent moon.
Crescent moon rind cut. Whatever. But a good slob of
But no egg.
no, just a ham and cheese and a good
And
swack
horseradish.
of horseradish.
Okay.
No mercy on the
Will make you
horseradish.
cry.
Gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
I'm stuffed up. I need a cleanser. Thanks, Auntie Jen. Let's see. What else is going on here? Winner, attendee dinner. Uncle Bruce, do you feel that Matterport took an unnecessary fall when Facebook dropped? I feel it's being linked to the metaverse too much. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. So no, I hadn't seen it anywhere. I haven't noticed that anywhere. No one's mentioned it anywhere. So I don't think so. No. But you know, it's undeniable. The stock is down. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Anyway, yeah, the ETF board of directors running the show. No CEO yet, and I think the guy who's running the board of directors, I think he represents the hedge fund that is $80 billion. That is the biggest shareholder of this company. $80 billion backer, I think, out of Boston. And ATP isn't going out of business or anything like that. No. Nelson, Matterport's coming back. 690, up 36 cents. Bobby, yeah, dude, I've never seen a company take this long to get a new captain. It's being terribly run. Karim, I laugh a lot. Love you, Uncle Bruce. Love it when you talk to us like this. I do what I can. You know, Bagel, Bruce, I am going to call you the day I quit my job. Oh, fantastic. After a busy season, I'm loading the boat on SmartRent. Are you on the tax world? Are you in the tax world too, Austin? Oh, Jeff's asking Austin a question. Marco, Bruce, what do you think about long ARKK, ARK Innovation, $40 call till January 23rd, a 28.51, just bought two to write poor mind cover calls on it. Just a 190 time premium. Isn't that cheap for a year? Oh yeah, that's a good deal. That's a great deal, because if you paid 285 time premium, that would be the 90-10 rule. This is less than that. That's a sweet deal. I love this deal. Yes, you can now write poor man covered calls on these. Absolutely. Yeah. That is a good price. $40 call, 28.50 all book value. Yeah. I mean, look at it this way: if 2 years from now you're still writing, and that ARC is trading at $100 a share, you got $60 time. You got $60 book value on this thing into if you roll them over into time. Obviously, you can't hold this contract for 2 years, but you've rolled this over and you've rolled this over. One day from now, who knows? This thing can go to 100 a unit at any time, and you're up 60. You get $60 book value plus time. Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, you're gonna make money on this. You're gonna make good money. Nice returns. I like it. There you go. Wow, what's going on here? What's going on with the Southern Cisco run up? Very good financials. Very, very positive financials came out the other day. And the stock is now 56.37. But remember, it was 64 a couple months ago when we were watching it very closely there, because Beach Boy had some calls and he scored. The Dow was up 55 points, S&P up 6, and NASDAQ still down 16 points. Okay. Oil down 110 a barrel at 90.66. Oil is coming back up again. See? Let's see. Well, what else is going on? What else? Good morning, Jen from Larry. And let's see. Who else is here? Welcome to America, Bruce. Thank you, Anti-PC. Among the other problems, I was not diversified enough. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. I'm solving that problem. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, there you go. People in the U.S. don't even know Monday was a holiday. Pretty much no one gets this holiday off except hedge funds and Congress. Um, if it wasn't for mattresses, Monday would have been the best show ever. Bruce just sitting there going, why isn't anything happening? Anti-PC. Go back to Canada. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200. There you go. Feel the love. Mirko, isn't that SPAC the most hated person on the planet anywhere else in the U.S.? I would have watched. I'd have watched. Don't microwave cats. Not dismissing him, that I've been following that sub and others. I don't know what's going on. Joe, the last time everyone was after Kathy Woods was in early 18 when she gave Tesla a $4,000 price target for 2023. Split adjusted, that was achieved 2 years early. There you go. What else is going on? Happy Mango Day. What else is going on? Let's see. Curling is dumb. There you go. Oh gosh. I'm not a Rhine guy. I'm not a Rhine guy. Gold Matterport. Where are we at now? 672. Okay. What else? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Someone mentioned my name here. And what can I say? Yeah, we mentioned your name as a genius investor on Cisco calls. You were a player on Cisco calls, and you hung in there as that stock went up and up and up and up, and you kept stink bidding it back. You kept pulling the price on it, which you're supposed to do, and you maxed out a nice little return. And we were talking about that just a moment ago here. Matterport 675 up 21 cents. It's the only one that's green. Everything else is red. Everybody else is red except Sextera at $13.15 a share, which is a nickel away from its all-time high of $13.20 on 105,000 shares. How about that Sextera? How about that Matterport? 680 now, up 26 cents. Volume on Matterport, 4.8 million. No stock coming in for sale all of a sudden. It's dried out. 4.8 million. It's up. It's not down. We're up 65 on the Dow, but we're down 6 on Rocket Lab. We're down 43 on SoFi. GameStop down 83 cents to 122.58. AMC down 49 to 18.45. Matterport up a quarter. ME down 12. Spire down 16. ATIP down 7. SmartRent down 35. Sextera up 49 cents. Robinhood down 18. Vanik down 256. Home Depot gaining 68 cents. IBM down 16. Microsoft down 45 cents. Apple down 30 cents, Goldman down 43 cents, Cisco up 65, Facebook up 22, Amazon down 10.80, Tesla down 17.90, Alphabet, which is Google, up 22.84. Bed Bath Beyond up 41 cents right now. BlackBerry down 1 penny at the moment. Royal Caribbean down 29 cents to 84.85. There's a little bunch of quotes for you right there. But we're backing up here. The Dow is only up 27 now. S&P is down about a point. NASDAQ down 46. And now NASDAQ is up a third of a point. We're jumping around here all over. Say my name. What's my name? Heisenberg? What? Oh, my gosh. Karim, that Sextera action is very unique. It is. Light volume, all-time highs. All-time highs at 13.20 now, all-time high. I cannot tell you any news on Sextera. 13.14 now at 49 cents, but it is near and at or around its all-time high values of all time, as in like forever. Pretty good. Not bad for a SPAC, huh? Former SPAC, an all-time high on a former SPAC. Okay, there it is. The Dow up 20. GameStop down 153, 121.88. We're at the low of the day now on GameStop. 121.63 has been the low trade. 121.70 right now. It is falling off. And the volume on GameStop today, 287,000, 121.99. 121.99, and we are falling around here. Now we're jumping all over the place. 121.99 on GameStop, down to 18.38 on AMC, down 56 cents. This is the low of the day here on 7.6 million. We haven't even had 10 million shares on AMC trade. Not good. This is the first hour, and we didn't do 10 million. We were doing 26 million a week ago when it came up a little bit. Now not even 10 million. So there you go. There might be something happening in Ukraine after all, huh? 121.88 on GameStop. The low of the day, 121.63 on the stock. So GameStop under pressure now. We got to 132 this week. That was it. And here we are, 122.38 on the GameStop right now. SoFi down 47 cents to 11.72. Rocket Lab down a dime, 8.96. AMC 18.34 down 60. Matterport up 24 cents to 6.78. Still super cheap. ME down 14. Spire down 19.9 to 243. ATIP 261 down 7. SmartRent 7.76 down 43 cents. Sextera 13.15 up 50 cents a share on Sextera. We got two winners, Matterport and Sextera at the moment. Two gainers. Everyone else is off at the moment. GameStop now 122.38 down $1.03. Okay. We're down 80% volume on AMC and GameStop today from the last couple of days, says Nazareth. There you go. Anti-PC, Ben, LGB. I just finished the book, The Man in the Arena, Navy SEAL Eddie Gallagher. That thing will bring a tear to your eye on what Mango did for him. Naturally, was no news cover on it. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, I did not watch Breaking Bad. I believe him, but I don't trust him. I saw Breaking Bad only the first, oh gosh, I don't know how many episodes. Not too many. Not that many episodes, and then I just haven't watched it since. I was, of course, I'm busy doing this. Love watching Mrs. Maisel. Looking forward to watching the next season coming up now. We just apparently available now, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, and here we go. Ben is saying, Uncle Bruce, FYI, if you get the Webull app for $1.99 a month, I think you can get real price quotes. Being Canadian, no, I have to be buying that kind of stuff as a non-American. I'm a non-American. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't investigated into it, and I'm not a trader anyway. So, Musk is down 25% in 3 months, says Duncan. Let's see. Let's go forward, says Michael. And what can we say? Thank you, everybody. What else is going on here? We're up 19 on the Dow. Now we're up 22. And we're down $1 on GameStop, 122.37. 58-cent drop on AMC. Actually, AMC is off much more than GameStop is. If you compared the prices of the stocks, you have to multiply AMC times 7.5 to equal the value of GameStop. So being down 60 cents, multiply that by 7.5 times, that would be a $4.50 drop on GameStop. GameStop's down $1.04. So it's not giving up like AMC is giving up ground. So just so you know, they track each other, they say out there. Those two stocks track each other, but on percentage basis, they're not tracking each other. This percent for percent. One is outdoing the other at the moment. I just thought. Pick Nose says, I thought Breaking Bad just got better and better. The last 2 seasons were great. Mirko, stink bid for my covered call. 120 GameStop for today just hit. I sold for $10.43, bought back for $3.06. I love that stink bid at $3.06. A penny above $3.05, 6 cents above the $3 even number. Perfect. What a nice little score, Mirko. Beautiful job. Way to go, buddy. Where did you learn to do that from? Who told you? Who taught you that? I am excited. Do not forget Leon the Professor. That is, if we're to keep any level of trust. Yes, there you go. The Professonian. GameStop 122.66 down 75 cents. AMC 18.26 down 68 cents. Matterport still green, up 24 to 6.77 now, up 23 cents on Matterport. this morning. Volume on Matterport now 5.3 or 5.25 million. Okay. Dow is up 7.7 points. S&P down 2. NASDAQ down 64. We're backing off on all markets. Oil is only off 81 cents. It is coming back to 90.95 a barrel. Bad news. Gold at 1898.30, down 370. We're going to watch that. The fear indicators are doing what they're doing. Will says 307 is very elegant. Nelson, congrats, Merkel, on your trade. Jeff, me too. I got hundreds out till March, making me nervous. Where are we at now? Negative on the Dow, down 0.19. We've gone red. Rocket Lab down 14, SoFi down 50, GameStop down 97, AMC down 73, Matterport still up 18 cents, ME down 15 cents, Spire down 21, ATIP down 9, Smart Rent down 43 cents, Sixtera up 49. Totally the opposite. It's doing it. George Costanza. Home Depot up 4 cents, about to go into the red. IBM down 42. Home Depot is now negative 4 cents. Microsoft down 83 and falling. Apple down 40 and falling cents. Goldman down 97 cents, falling. Cisco still holding a 72-cent gain. Facebook only up 8 cents. It's falling off. Amazon down 23 bucks, dropping. Tesla down 20 bucks, dropping. Google down is up $13, but dropping. Bed Bath Beyond holding a 23-cent gain, but dropping. BlackBerry down 4, falling. We're down 72 in Royal Caribbean, dropping more. We're dropping off everywhere right now. Walmart down 7, Nvidia down 10. We're going down. Moderna up $1, dropping off quick. DoorDash down $1, Airbnb down $5.80. We're dropping down $2.50 on Intel. Wow, amazing, just amazing. And Vanik, where's Vanik Vectors? Vanik is down 366 to 264, and Kathy Wood's ARC. Let me take a peek at that one here, over on this screen. It is off 303 to 65.15. The low for the year 64.34. Kathy Woods is near its all-time low on that innovation fund, but I think those 40s are a steal if you can write options on them. Absolutely. Porterman cover calls, absolutely the perfect machine there. We'll see. Where are we at here? Oh boy, yeah, not much to get excited about today. Down 43 on the Dow now. We're definitely going red. Thank you all for being here this morning, joining us, following us, supporting us, encouraging us, teasing us, and everything else. Thank you, all of you. 227 thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups, you guys. Keep those coming in, guys. Hit those thumbs ups hard, and help the show. We're down 43 on the Dow, and GameStop now down 206 to 121.36. Down goes the GameStop. Down go those options. As I've been saying to you, if you've been able to do rollovers, your rollovers are now beginning to drop, and that is what it's about here. Of course, 120 on GameStop. 1808 on AMC, down 86 cents. It's definitely dropping. Down 88 now on AMC. We should be down $6+ on GameStop to match. We're down 222. GameStop has more room to fall. 115 is possible. We'll see. Oh boy, thank you. Thumbs up. 227 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you for the thumbs ups. 120, 127 on GameStop. The low of 121 now on GameStop, by the way. That's the low of the day here. A new low was just set a moment ago on GameStop. Okay. Yep. Oil down 83 cents right now. Gold down 430. Dow down 47. U.S. index of leading economic indicators drops to 0.3% in January. The market doesn't like this. This is not good. This is an economy slowing down. It doesn't want to see this. And so the reaction is coming in fast and furious. Interest rates, 1.93 on a 10-year, falling again. It is falling on this news. The markets do not like this report on the U.S. economy right now. Leading economic indicators are not strong right now. That's not positive. 121.27, 120.78 on GameStop. New low. New low on GameStop. We're approaching a $3 loss here. We're going down on the GameStop shares. 120.79 right now. This is the low of the day right now. Okay. Whew. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Robert Benson, I'm number 269 for you, Bruce. Duncan, I'm number 7. Let's see here. Here we go. Jeff is saying to don't microwave cats. I play it very close to the money, so the swings are risky, but I trade on the volatility. Just like yesterday, I sold a March 130 for $14, bought it back for $9. Rock and roll, baby. Tesla's dropping. Good morning, Munamo. Next stink bid for GameStop, 125 for today. Bought back for 86 cents, sold for 547. Mirko, way to make money. Don't microwave cats. Me too. Got greedy and got caught. Stood my ground, refusing a $200 loss. Now I'm on a $3,000. It's now a $3,000 problem. Let's go. Munamo, I'm number 273. Thumbs ups for you, Bruce. Thank you, buddy. GameStop, 120.75, down 266. We were down to 120.52 here. We are still dropping now on the stock. We are giving up ground on GameStop. AMC down to 1810, 1809, 1810. The Dow down 24. S&P down 10. NASDAQ down 96. I think we're going to go lower. I just think we're going lower here. I do not see the reason to jump into the market right now with this whole thing bubbling over in Ukraine over the weekend, and it's a long weekend. Matterport at 668 up 14, trying to hold a gain. GameStop 120.58, 120.58. The low 120.51. Now we're below that 120.36, down 306 a share on your GameStop. We're approaching 120 support. Will it bust through there or not? What is going to happen on the GameStop share price? Volume 407,000. We have dropped about $2, $3 in 20 minutes. 407,000 volume, not supportive, not good enough. 120.49, 120.36. Here's where we are. Watching all kinds of activity here. The low of 120.20 now has been hit already. 120.20 has been the low. 125.65 is all we could muster for a gain today. That was as good as it got. We're now down at 120.49 near the low. AMC pushing 18 now. We've got AMC at 18.02, down 92 cents. That's like GameStop losing 750. That's the comparison. GameStop is only down $3. AMC is telling us GameStop should be down 750 if it were matching AMC's deterioration. That's the deal here. So we have more downside here for GameStop, possibly to 116 right now. Possibly. 120.32, a 120.30 on GameStop. We're beginning to push the new low here. The low had been 120.20, and we're getting closer to a lower price. It looks like we hit 119.90 for a nanosecond. It looks like we broke 120 already on a quick flash trade. We'll watch for this. 120 right now I'm showing. 119.90 was the low. I'm showing now last trades at 120, pushing 340 on the drop level here at the moment. We're coming into stock. 17.96 on AMC. We're under 18 decisively. 17.92 on AMC, down $1.02. We are falling now. And let's see. DQ. Oh, I guess I closed up my 120s too early, says DQ, but I still made money. Let's see. What's going on here. Yeah, DQ. I got hit on my thing. She's going down, Jim. Beach Boy Bruce. Here's a donation for you. Thanks, buddy. Uncle Bruce. So next one-on-one, I need to answer a quiz about Luke Besson's movie Leon the Professional. I have no idea what I haven't watched that at all. DQ. A win is a win is a win, says Jeff. GameStop 119.68, a new low, falling on GameStop 119.55. The low is 119.44. We are falling faster now. We're accelerating our drop on GameStop, pushing almost a $4 drop now. AMC 1787 down to 107. GameStop falling off. It's going down, baby. Going down. The low now 119.44. We're at 119.58 at the moment. No women, no children, says Nazareth the Beach Boy. Okay. My 130s for next week, they're looking good. Well, like I said, those of you who have written 105s, 110s, 115s, 120s, 125s, 130s, stock is coming to you. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. These contracts are slumping and slumping and slumping and slumping. That's the point. That's what I was thinking. 132 for the high this week. We're at 119.59. Falling off. Everyone, says Beach Boy. Don't microwave. Jeff, I understand the mechanics. I just wonder if this is the new floor and using them as weeklies is no longer an option. ATM when I'm in the 20s. Adventures. Duncan, today is like David Foster with Blake Shelton and Michael Bublé. Ooh, who's with me? GameStop 119.68. The low of 119.44 at the moment. 119.51 right now. We're just about to hit a new low on the GameStop. It looks like 17.74 on AMC, down $1.20. That's like dropping $9 on GameStop. It's only down $3.90. This GameStop is way too high. It should be now at 114 to match AMC's drop. Just saying. 119.20, new low on GameStop. 119.20, now 119.15, new low again, down 424. 17.76 on AMC, 119.17 on GameStop, and falling quick, falling to 119.14, another new low. Here we go on GameStop. The Dow down 80. S&P down 14, NASDAQ down 114. We are in retreat mode on the stock market. 119.14 on GameStop. The low of the day, 119.14 is the low of the day, and we're here. We are here right now, down 426 a share on your GameStop, making rollovers easier to look at and navigate. 119.01 on GameStop. 119.01 now, down 440. 118.99, broke the 119 like it wasn't even there. We're at the low of 118.88. We've hit that market already, that number for the next new low. All right. I'm closing covered calls on GameStop, says Nick. Let's see. Aspire broke 436, so the market is going to go down. It's going down. It's going down. There's the thoughts. 119.19 to 20 with a low of 118.88. It would appear on your GameStop. Matterport 667 up 13. AMC 1784 down $1.10. The Dow down 65 at the moment. Stock is coming up for sale. Buyers are backing off. Friday afternoon is coming at us, and there will be very little support. I think this market is going lower. Jeff is saying, DQ, absolutely. My March 130s were good, but I just bought back. Too much time for things to happen. I'm always too impatient. There you go. 119.19 last trade on GameStop. 17.85 on AMC now. Come on, Cisco, level out so I can day trade some options for today. You want to be looking to write Ciscos. For sure you want to write some Ciscos. 56, 67, you want to write 57s, 58s. Absolutely write them. Write them. You bet. That's my thinking on it. Okay. Still going lower on a bunch of stocks here. The Dow down 53. 119.26 to 119.34 on GameStop now. Low 1888. We're nowhere near coming around here. We can go lower. This can go lower. We're down almost $1 on AMC. We should be down 750 on AMC. We're only down 4. There's 350 more downside. That puts GameStop at 115.50. We're at 119.34 right now. Too high. We are too high. Okay. Mm. My, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay. 119.34 last trade on your GameStop. 17.96 now on AMC. Where's Coyote? Says H. Gregory. Where's Coyote? I don't know. I didn't know. Here we go. 119.29 on GameStop. Looks like we're backing up again on the GameStop. AMC managed to get back to 18 at the moment. A little recovery, a slight recovery from that 1773 drop just a moment ago, but only 11.7 million. There's no volume on AMC to save it. 119.28, 119.26 on GameStop. Okay, down 51 on the Dow, dropping again. Yep. Jeff, don't microwave cats. Oh, I get you. I'm always too impatient, but it looks like GameStop is heading the right direction for you. Gowdy, I'm here. Right on, Lobermass. There he is. Zed State, waiting for SoFi to hit 1050 again. That's what I'm waiting for. Question mark. 1162 on SoFi. Rocket Lab 881. AMC 1806. Matterport 673, 23 455. Spire 242. ATIP 258, Smart Rent 770, Sixtera $13.14. High today 1320, 128,000 volume, all-time highs on Sixtera earlier today. The Dow down 48 points. GameStop 119.74, trying a little rally. That's a dead cat bounce in the middle of a drop-off, I would say. It's going down. Credit Savage Coyote, did you buy SoFi at 12 today? Did you get that thing cheap? Oh my! H. Gregory is celebrating. I don't know what's going on. 119.73 on GameStop. AMC $18. Matterport 672, up 18 cents. Oh my. U.S. leading economic indicators not looking good. Not looking that great. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. We're here. We're around. We're on top of it. 119.95, 120 on GameStop. Trying to come back. 120 on GameStop, down 341, 119.95. Getting hit again. Here we go. Puts are up, calls are down on GameStop, says Scott Brewer. That would make sense. Down market, that would make sense. AMC back to 18. We'll see. 1805 on AMC. It's trying. 2020 on GameStop at the moment. The low of the day, 1888. We're $1.40 away, $1.30 away from the low of the day on GameStop. The Dow down 49 points. Okay. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Nice to have you here. Watching all kinds of developments in the wacky world here that we are part of. It never ends. Yeah. Excuse me. Move over Netflix right now. Everything. Hundreds of thousands of people are watching planes land at Heathrow amid crazy winds right now. There you go. How about that? Okay, looking for headlines to see if there's anything to give you news on. Death Cross crystallizes in NASDAQ composite on Friday for the first time in 2 years in a bearish sign for the stock market. That's a headline. U.S. economy takes a step back in January. Leading economic indicators are showing. Comments and headlines. Let's do this. Headlines from the Wall Street Journal. Medal counts in the Olympics. Number one team, Norway, 34 medals. Number two, the ROC, which isn't actually a team, Russia. 24 for Canada, 22 for Germany, 21 from America, 17 for Austria, 17 for Japan, 16 for the Netherlands and Sweden and Italy. How about that? Separatist leaders in East Ukraine urge civilians to evacuate to Russia. GameStop down under 120 again, 119.93. Let's see. Senate passes bill requiring judges to promptly post stock trades. If only the Senate would post stock trades on a prompt way, that'd be kind of good. U.S. home sales jumped 6.7% in January, headline. Okay. Let's see. Other headlines anywhere? Virgin Galactic Chairman Chamath Palihapitiya steps down from the board. Try and say that. And DraftKings posts higher revenue but expects losses to widen. China orders cuts for food delivery fees, sparking a tech sell-off. That's why you don't want to buy a single stock out of China. What else? Ooh, gosh, what else? What else do we see here? Here we go. This is called getting a dictator without wanting a dictator. Here's how you create a dictator. Hong Kong postpones choosing its next leader as COVID-19 surges. Current chief executives Carrie Lam said the election was being delayed amid a surge of thousands of coronavirus cases recorded in recent days. Of course, the fact that they're arresting all kinds of freedom demonstrators and people who believe in the Tiananmen Square massacre was truly a massacre, they're being arrested, tried, and put in jail. No problem whatsoever. But to hold an election, to bring in a new leader, we can't do that right now. The coronavirus is far too active for that kind of a thing. I think we should wait a while. That's how you get a new dictator in town. Isn't that something? Amazing. Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. Okay, well, there you go. Those are some of the headlines out of the Wall Street Journal. Always good for some headlines. Fun times at the OK Corral, let me tell you, kids. Oh my gosh. 120 even on GameStop. 120 a share, 18 a share on AMC. The Dow down 80. So there you go. Oh my. There it is. Okay. And Rocket Lab at 880 down 26. We have SoFi at 1160 down 59 cents. GameStop 120 down 341. AMC 1793 dropped under 18 again, down 101. Matterport 672 up 18 cents, hanging on. ME 454 down 17. Spire 240 a share down 22 cents. ATIP 258 and a half down 9.5 cents. SmartRent 765 down 53. Sextera $13.19 up 54 cents. The all-time record high for this stock ever, $13.21, 2 cents away. That was just a little while ago. On 132,000 shares, Sextera leading the way for the market. GameStop 120.01 as the Dow is down 70, and AMC 1790 down 104, falling yet again. We got Tesla down $20, make it 21. Cisco still up $1. Peloton down 70 to 29.90. We have Arc Innovation down 324 to 64.94. Not great. Goldman down 273 to 346.34. Apple down 77 to 168. Pressure over there on the big stocks as well. Okay. Oh boy. And there you have it. There's the story as it is. 119.98 on GameStop, just under 120 again. 17.92 on AMC, falling as we're backing off again. Okay, the VIX, the VIX. Let's get the VIX in here. Let's see what we got. Let me get this up here. Yeah, the VIX is up 0.29 to 2840. That's negative. A Russell down 2 points. Not much of a drop on the Russell, but NASDAQ is down 0.8 of a percentage point. S&P down 0.29 and the Dow down 0.20. 70 points for the Dow, 13 for S&P, and 109-point drop for NASDAQ in this market right now. Okay. Roku shares plunge 25%. Worst day ever. Mattel looks to movies, digital gaming, and NFTs for the next leg of growth. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. What can we say here? I've beaten like this since I was a kid. What else? Yeah, welcome to the Politburo, Hong Kong. Still doing sign a genocide? Probably. I love the fact that real Republicans like Liz Cheney are having hearings, and McCarthy, as well as Jordan and Giuliani, will end up in prison for their treason and sedition. Amazing. Well, that's politics. I don't want to go there. The Dow off 76. Rocket Lab down 25. SoFi down 58. GameStop at 120.19. A little bounce back, down 322. AMC still down, though, 17.91. Matterport holding a 670 price tag, up 16 cents. ME down 19 cents. Oh, boy. Yeah, there you go. Picked up 100 Spire, says Nelson, at 240. Thank you. Expect Spire to go down further now. Sorry, got it at 240, though. That's a steal for sure. Down 80 on the Dow, down 14 on S&P, down 113 on NASDAQ, going negative. Oil down only 55 cents. We're back to 91.21. Oil's coming back up. That's bad news. That is bad news. Anyway. My hair is a mess. That's a bad news. What hair? That's bad news too. Even more bad news. There is no hair. I don't know. He's talking about GameStop 119.90. Here we go again. 17.83 on AMC. Here we go again. We're going lower. The low on GameStop 118.88. We're at 119.90. $1.02 away from a new low on GameStop. Okay. What is going to happen? 119.84 dropping. 17.84 on AMC dropping. Well. I think I need a bagel. Sure could use a nibble on a bagel right now. Thank you all for being here on a Friday. It's Option Friday expiry day. Not much going on. I can't get you all excited. Wish I could tell you there's some incredibly great news on our markets, but I can't. I'd be lying to you if I did that. So not much to tell you there. What else is going on here? Not a heck of a lot going on. It is a grind of a morning here, as the markets are off, but they're not off like incredibly dramatically, but they're off. We have 227 thumbs ups, and I thank you for that. On a quiet day like today, being negative to get thumbs ups is a blessing. I thank you all for all of you who are able to throw me one. If you could spare one, please do. 119.88 on GameStop, 17.84 on AMC. Matterport 672 up 18 cents. What else is happening out there? Oh my gosh. Why oil's 8-week winning streak could end today. Well, that's good for consumers, of which you are consumers. 119.88 now on GameStop. Go lower. Are you saying they're going to delist that Spire again, Bruce? What's going on? Credits average. Sorry, folks. I didn't want to get political. It's just hard not to when I see the news that Republican traders on Russia's side instead of the USA. Like, dude, you live here and you're paid by our taxes. Thank you, Jen, so much. I was just craving the bagel.
Mm.
Yes.
So-
Uncle Bruce, are you able to provide us details on your Las Vegas visit? It's all secret. It's all top. It's all quiet. There's no sharing of that information. We have security everywhere,
Is that
bodyguards.
it? Bodyguards.
Oh,
Big burly guys.
big burly guys.
Speaking of, so it was 1-1. They go into overtime. That 3-on-3 is just frenetic. It is insanity.
Did anyone score?
No.
How come they can't score in 3-on-3?
I know.
What's wrong with these
I
guys?
know. The one guy
These guys suck.
really crashed into the goalie. Did a pretty good job there. And the commentator said, I think he was just so caught up in the moment, he didn't know where he was on the ice. Wait, I can do that. He was just so caught up in the moment, he didn't know where he was on the ice. That's why he crashed into the goalie. There was no penalty. Because I don't think you can. What, can you go to 3-on-2?
No, you go 4-on-3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
And
more
if you get
sense.
another penalty, it's 5-on-3.
Okay, yeah. Because, yeah, can you imagine pretty soon it's just 3-on-0, right?
Yeah.
So they go to the shootout. It's very exciting. They get the first 5 done, and after the first 5, you can just play the same guy over and over and over again, like some teams might have done in the past. And it was in the 8th round, ROC scored. So ROC goes to meet Finland. Sweden will meet Slovakia. Finland beat Slovakia 2-0. Yes.
There you go.
Very exciting. But just, it's exciting for us to watch because the anticipation and all of that. But what a horrible way to end a game. Why can't they just play hockey until someone scores? Because they're just not willing to have a game go 4 or 5 hours, not with the TV schedule.
And that's why it's not a
And
game.
that's why
It's an exhibition.
it's crazy.
It's a skill show at the end.
But even with us, we're doing the same thing in the NHL.
Regular season, but playoffs you play until
Playoffs,
you
you
win.
play till someone scores.
And it's 5-on-5. It
Yeah.
isn't 3-on-3 in playoffs.
Right,
in the
right.
playoffs
Yeah,
for overtime.
it's old time hockey.
Old time hockey.
Eddie Shore,
Eddie Shore, foil every game.
they brought in toys with them. It's such a great movie. It's got everything I should hate, and yet I really like it. I don't know.
We're losing.
Scouts?
Scouts.
There's scouts.
All the fashion shows.
If I have to put on one more fashion show, those ladies are going to see a part of me that only my wife is privy to.
I mean it. I'm doing it.
Screams from the audience. Oh, God. Such a good show.
Oh,
You guys got to watch Slapshot if you can.
Will Crothers says, spare alike. Can you spare a square?
Can you spare a square? I don't know
I'm
if I
sorry.
have a square to spare.
Can't spare a square. Haven't got a spare to
Is
square.
he sponge worthy?
Is he spongy? That's right. Will, are you sponge worthy?
I don't have a sponge to spare.
I don't have a sponge to spare. Thank you, 99 Nation Videos, for becoming a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. Love to have you.
Chillin'.
Love having you. Thank you. Nice to have you here. Thank you very much.
So you got
Haven't
me,
got a
you got
spare
me
to spare.
till another 28 minutes, and then curling starts.
Oh,
Is there anything important you need to say to me in the next couple hours? They do have commercials, so you can slide it in on a commercial.
anything important for me to say to you?
Apparently, The Rock tweeted that he just found out that they call them rocks in curling. I don't know where he's been living, but they call them rocks. And
He was a Calgary Stampeder,
I know.
but only in the summertime.
yeah, but still, like I'm sure he knew that. He said, I used to just call him the thingamajig that they threw down the ice, the gizmo. And so the third on the U.S. team, whose name eludes me, he's the one with the long hair and all the tats and a lot of personality. And he said, hey man, anytime, DM me and I'll show you how to throw rocks. So he's got a picture of himself throwing a rock, and it's got Dwayne Johnson's face imposed on the front of it. How to throw the rock.
How to throw the rock.
Says, no, man, you want to do this anytime. And I highly recommend anybody out there, go find a curling rink. It's like bowling. You don't need anything. You just, show up with a little bit of money. They got the rocks. They got the ice. You don't need any fancy shoes to start with.
No, you don't really. Do you?
No.
Not.
Wear your runners, your sneakers, and give it a try. You're gonna like it. It's a lot of fun.
There you go.
The rock is 29 pounds, so be prepared for that. It's heavy.
You don't have to pick it up.
You don't have to.
You just slide it back, and then you slide it forward.
And then it kind of carries you down the ice. So
it can carry you. If you don't let go of it, it'll take you all the way down there.
And the sweeping is so much harder than it looks. and these are with good brooms. When we used to have the corn brooms, and you get that.
Oh, the good old days. The good old days, the corn brooms.
You have straw on the ice.
Gosh, we are dropping fast.
118.
We're down 168 on the Dow, and GameStop is 118.16. New low is approaching here. We're approaching the new low on GameStop.
Might be time
to 118.13 already has been the new low. So we touched the new low just a moment ago. 17.78 on AMC, down 117.
There you go.
So we're getting some selling. Yeah,
Friday.
Down 180 on the Dow. The Dow has dropped 100 plus points in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Didn't they come out with retail numbers today too? Was that it? Did they do that today? Or that might have just been Canada.
Leading economic indicators.
Okay.
Oh. Bad.
Well, like the voice on the radio saying you went to the grocery store and they wanted over $8 for butter.
$8 a pound for butter in Canada. $8 a pound for butter.
You know, we're surrounded by cows.
We got cows everywhere. I just had a multi-grain bagel with cranberry, pecan, and honey schmear, says Auntie PC.
That would be tasty.
Nazareth, big burly guys. You mean the Uncle Bruce type?
Yeah, that's
Auntie, stop. Jeez. From our ATIP new lows. Duncan, good morning, Jen. Joe,
good morning,
Auntie PC, when our SPACs move, I'm upgrading from cream cheese also.
No more plain cream cheese for him.
99 videos.
There you go.
I'm chanting at the market to burn down. So excited for cheap Rocket Lab pickups. Oh, man. Bobby, DKNG earnings are out. Auntie is laughing out loud. Lobo Blast can confirm in Las Vegas. Big Burly is a must. However, I am not. I'm about Uncle Bruce size. I am guessing. 4'8", slender.
Yeah.
Cindy, he was living under a rock. Joe, 99 rooting for a war to save a couple of $100. Wow. Auntie, you mean a square to spare?
Not even a square.
Well, all kinds of comments coming in here that I've missed here. Credit coach, the longer we bicker over left versus right, the longer we stop from realizing the real battle is us versus them. None of them care about us. Some just hide it better. Okay, let's see.
But us and them, has a 180-degree switch as soon as you turn around, and now you're them and we're us, or whatever it is.
Well,
I know. It's been a hard 2-3 years. Last night we have protesters who don't want a pipeline to go through, and last night they stepped it up. They went in and they were setting fire to vehicles that had people in them. They were wielding axes and bats and just nailing anything they could find.
That's not good.
And unfortunately, the RCMP are many minutes away from the work site. So now the companies are going to have to hire security, and they're going to arm them. So now it will escalate again. It's like, we got to take a breath, people. Just got to take a breath. That we hear you. But just because we hear you doesn't mean we agree with what you're saying, but we don't have to hit each other.
It's sad.
These people didn't have 4 other siblings in the house growing up. This is obvious.
Obvious. Someone did.
You just because you don't like what they say doesn't mean you get to hit them. And
look at this comment. Don't microwave cats. Curling is dumb. Boy, are you taking your life in your hands?
Curling's awesome.
Are you thinking of coming to a meet and greet? Have you got a helmet?
Which one of you said that?
Oh, man.
We teach curling in elementary schools, we have a thing called Rocks and Rings program, and little plastic rocks and fake rings, and
Yeah.
they learn how to yell, sweep, and fart, and the kids love it. They just love it. They get to yell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna go out.
Well,
I'm gonna watch curling. I'm gonna enjoy every rock. It's gonna be awesome.
the Dow's down 189. GameStop 118.41.
I think it just went up
118.35.
a few pennies. It's
Near the
trying
low
to-
of
it's trying
118.30.
yeah,
It's right down at the
30,
low.
29. Yeah. We shall see.
Oh my.
Let's see what the weekend brings.
Mm. Well, thank you, Miss Jen.
You're welcome. Oh, has you got enough horseradish? You getting a zing?
There's some zinging in here.
I don't see any grimacing though, so okay, I'll step it up.
Not that kind of zing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my. It said estate to credit savage. Bought back my SoFi options for 40 cents times 100. Thank you for the heads up. Why is butter by the pound in Canada? I agree. Okay, we're down 173 on the Dow right now. $118.35 on GameStop. $17.93 on AMC. Matterport up a dime. Holding on. A little bit of zing in that horseradish today. It all helps. It all helps. Oh my. Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to read any of these political comments. I just don't want to go there. It's just not going to help. It's just not going to help. What's important to watch is the Dow is off 205 points. We're dropping. And Rocket Lab is at 884 down 22. SoFi 1152 down 66 cents. GameStop 118.49. The low of the day on GameStop now has been 118.13, just set a few minutes ago. AMC at 17.95. Excuse me, 17.95. Matterport 666 a share, up 12 cents. ME down 19 to 451.52 range. Spire 237 down 25 cents. ATIP down 11 at 256. Smart Rent at 761 down 57 cents. Sixtera $13.19 up 54. High today 1322. Volume 151,000 shares on Sixtera. Robinhood down 53 cents, low of the day. Vanik down 521, SMH. Home Depot down 304 a share, low of the day. IBM down $1.30, low of the day. Microsoft down 195, near the low of the day. Apple down to near the low of the day, down 125. Goldman 464, just off the lows. Cisco 56.91, holding the 114 gain. Facebook down 153, Amazon down 52, Tesla down 32, Google down 20, all near the low of the days. Bed Bath Beyond down 7, BlackBerry down 11, Royal Caribbean down 129 a share. So we have a negative market all over. As this grinds out into the afternoon, I'm certain it'll stay red. I don't think there's a recovery coming. It could be worse. Just my gut vibe on this all day. I've been thinking it. 118.64 to 118.76 on GameStop. 17.98 on AMC. Here it is. Oh man. Let's see. There you are. Yep, 118.76 now on the GameStop is where we're at. Thank you so far for 227 thumbs ups on this show. It is so appreciated. Going to do a double 310 thumbs ups now. 310 is the latest count. Thank you. My screen was frozen. Thank you, everybody, for 311 thumbs ups. I appreciate this. And thank you, those of you, any of you who are renewing your membership the last couple of days. Some of you have become you're now becoming a 1-year official member of this channel by renewing here. Thank you so much for this every day now. For the next month, a lot of you who are renewing your memberships are renewing into a 1-year time frame, the first anniversary, and I appreciate that. The backbone of this channel. Those of you becoming gold BAGEL members, thank you very much for that. You are the backbone of this channel's existence. Thank you for being here. We're at now 119 on GameStop. We're at 119, 1792 on AMC. The Dow down 166. It's been going in selling waves. Little recovery and another drop, a recovery, another drop, another drop. We're just I think that pattern continues the rest of the day. Those of you who are looking to buy back calls or roll over call options, I think you're going to have a field day all afternoon here. The way it is looking to me, I just think that's what's going to happen here. Anyway. Sean and Wendy are saying, hey, Uncle Bruce, some good news last year. This time, I did not know. I did not know about us owning SPACs. Never thought we would own all 8. But today, yeah, we own all 8 at 50% of the thousands of shares. Thanks. Right on. Let's see. My anniversary is coming up in 2 months. Fantastic. Let's see, 229 thumbs ups. Thank you, Malo, for that. Appreciate it. Thank you for being number 229. That's awesome of you. We're down 165 on the Dow. We got GameStop 118.90 again. We're back under 119. AMC 17.89. Down $1.05. That's like a 760, 780 drop on GameStop. We're down 440 on GameStop. We got some maneuvering to do here yet. Credit Savage. Hey, Bruce, I'm thumbs up 320. Thank you. Thank you for that. The Dow off 162. Down we go. Credit Savage, I'm number 330 actually. Okay. I've been a member for 2 months. Thank you, Zed, for this. I appreciate it. Awesome. Don't micro. I got you beat. I'm down 200 grand on SPACs, holding strong, but I'm down a scooch. W. Walters, I want to buy back a $90 GameStop, January 2023. The bid is $55.10. The ask is $63.60, and last opened at $61. I put in a stink bid at $52.35. If the price keeps falling, I might catch a super stinky bid. Any thoughts? Okay, it's a $90 call. Here's the reality of the situation. For every dollar GameStop will drop right now, this contract, okay, it's in the money. Of course, it's a $90 call. It's in the money right now. What, 39, $29, about $30, right? 119, yeah, 2020. Okay, so it's 29.34 in the money right now. 29.34. Everything else that this contract is trading at is premium. Okay. Okay, so January 2023 expiry. So the contract has 11 months to go. Okay. It's it's in the money about $30 with a $55 bid. It has $25 of premium on it right now. $25 of premium. Divide that by 11 months of time, or soon to be 10 months of time. That means it has $250 a month of premium that it's going to shrink, which is 60 cents a week. About 60 cents a week will get you $250 a month, $25 over the 10 months. It's all just basic math, okay? Um, it's true that every time the stock drops a dollar, this contract is a dollar further out of the money, right? Or it's a dollar in the money, but losing a dollar of book value every dollar drop on the stock. Got it. If the stock drops $5 today, right now it's down 4, but if it's down $5 today, this contract could lose today a buck and a half ish. That's about it. If it drops $10 today, it would drop about 250 in value on the open market, because what will happen is the time premium will stay high, the book value will shrink, of course, but it won't shrink dollar for dollar. It's not far enough in the money to do it. But I will say, look, it's a $55 bid and we have a $25 premium on it. So the stock could maybe drop $3.50 to $4. I guess the contract could drop about 4 if the stock dropped 10. So it's 40 cents to the dollar right now. Now you'll probably notice on your Walter W. Walters, you probably have a platform account that you're using to trade this contract, and it may have stats like Greeks and Theas and all that sort of stuff. And it'll tell you what the ratio is between a $1 drop and how much this contract will drop with it. So at the moment, being 60% of the value of this contract is book value, 40% of the contract is about time value ish, using a $55 bid. At best, it's a 50-50. At the most, it's a 50-50 split. $30 book value, $30 time value, $60 value of the contract. It's 55 to 63. Okay. That means it's if the stock drops $10, the contract might drop 5 today and today only. Now, it will not trade Saturday, won't trade Sunday, won't trade Monday. It'll trade again next Tuesday. By next Tuesday, this contract could lose another 40, 50 cents on time depreciation of shrinkage as this time is slowly feeding out. But this is February the 18th, and that is a January 2023 contract. So you're trying to catch it, trying to buy it at 52. You need an $8 to $10 drop. Yes, you do. And we're at 119.86 right now. The low of the day, 118.13. I would bet that this stock would have to break down to 110, and then you will probably get it. You'll probably be able. But if it does go to 110 and you become the bidder between now and it goes to 110, you want to back off that stink bid. Because right now you see it at 155 at 55.10 bid. Okay, 55.10 bid. The stock drops a couple of bucks from here, that bid should drop to 54, 55, 54, 15, something like that. It might go down $1. Again, about a 50% reaction, give or take. So if the stock drops $2, this should drop $1. Stock drops $4, this should drop $2. It would be then a $53 bid. So you need $6 to get down to your 52 ballpark. But if the stock drops $7 or $8, you have to back off your bid to 51.35. You got to stay ahead of this because you're offering too much. Now, you may not get filled. The reason you're not going to get filled, perhaps, I'm not saying you won't. You might not. The reason I'm saying you might not get filled is only because there are so few options in existence, or there is no seller dying to get out. That might be it. Or there isn't a writer dying to write right now while you're trying to buy back. So you got to be very patient with this. And the hope I have for you is that as the stock backs off, these contracts will shrink, and you'll be paying less and less and less and less for this contract. And so that's how I would mentally approach this. The stock, of course, having been 132 this week, 131, 132, now at 119, has come your way $13 so far. AMC at 18.10 was at 21, almost 22. It's come back off. We have problems in Ukraine. That's not going to stop. This market will go lower if this thing in Ukraine gets nuts, more stupid. The Olympics are going to end on Sunday, and then China, who knows what the hell they're up to. We could have ourselves a rough week next week. I'm not saying we will. We could. And if we do, maybe GameStop will reach 110. If that happens, you're looking at a bid maybe of $50, $50.20 by latter part of next week. Maybe the week after, you're looking at a $48 bid on this contract. So you're trying to buy it for 52 right now. You might only have to pay 48 for it or less, again, depending on the performance of the market. If the shares go down to 105 or 100, you're now only 10 in the money, not 30 in the money. You are going to have a substantial pullback. It'll probably be, let's see, a $20 drop from here would give you at least a $10 drop, maybe a $12 drop on the price of the contract. So that could put you at 43, 41, somewhere down there. My guess, because as I said, each day is a grind on the stock. Movement down on the stock will drop it. Yep. And there will be days where it'll only drop 20 cents. There'll be days where it drops $1.20. It will vary. And the time factor keeps adding to the pressure. Okay. So there you have it. W. Walters, way to go. We're watching that. We'll keep an eye. You keep an eye on that. This Xterra is just looking so good right here. It is now 1328. 1320, high of 1335 on 177,000 new all-time highs on Xterra. Angela is giving the thumbs up. Way to go. I have $12.50 calls for April. I bought on SoFi, says Robert. I was thinking of selling them with a loss and then rolling them out to next year. Or is it better to wait and see what the earnings bring? Wait for the earnings. Yep, wait for the earnings. Yep. Okay. Wait for the earnings, wait for the earnings, wait for the earnings. If you're going to buy calls on Spire, is it worth more than Outspire calls? Okay, I don't understand what Microwave is asking. Okay, okay, Ben, my swing unrealized gains to unrealized losses right now is 350. This is crazy. I hear you. Let's see. Rocket Lab, it's like they pick up another company soon with all this depressive force in the market. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, I sold a covered call that expires in 42 days. What's your recommended stink bid target? 50%? JJ, I need, you got to tell me what it is. You can't give me this. I can't give you a generic answer. I just can't. Bobby, digital emerged mostly counted in March from February. All the TikToks are okay. Anyway, there you have it. Okay, let's keep moving on. We are down 86 points on the Dow. We're off 18 on S&P. We're off 127 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is not coming back. It is staying down here. The Dow will go lower. It will rejoin NASDAQ shortly. This cannot sustain this kind of pricing. 119.30 on GameStop, 1806 on AMC. They will stay under pressure. Matterport up 20 now to 674 again. It's jumped back up. And 13.30 on Sextera, up 65 cents, 5 cents off the all-time high, 179 plus thousand shares. Looking good. 91-point drop on the Dow. We're backing off again. There you go. There it is. 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 I'm going to be doing a class next week, Saturday. I'm going to do a class next week, Saturday. It'll be my last Saturday in Palm Desert. Next week, Saturday's class will be all about rollovers. All about doing option rollovers. All kinds of scenarios. Easy 2-hour class. If you would like to be part of that class, make a donation to my PayPal link. That should be right here. Right there. If you make a donation to that PayPal link, you'll be able to get a spot in the class. It's $150 US. Just send me a little message with your donation. I want to be in next Saturday's class. I want to be in the rollover class, and I will reserve a slot for you there. I'm going to formally announce this later today with an actual notification and stuff. But just want to mention to you that those of you who are here and who are hanging around here with this market, you earned something, and I figured I'll give you a heads up on this, that next week, Saturday, in 8 days, we will do a class from here about stock option rollover strategies. And we're going to go over all kinds of them. And then you'll have that at your beck and call as class participants. You'll be in the live class, and then you will receive a link to the uploaded class on the website. You can watch again and again and again. And you'll be the smartest kid in the room. And you'll be way ahead of the competition as to how to maximize this and make it work. Alberto, you're in the class. You're the first one in. Guaranteed slot saved for you. Thank you for jumping right on it. Those of you who become members of the class, you will get an email confirmation from myself. What will happen is you'll get an email invitation into the class about 15 minutes to 30 minutes before we start the class, barring technical difficulties. Just be patient. I have not yet set the start time for the class, but I think it's going to be something around 2 o'clock Eastern time next Saturday afternoon, something like that. So from sort of like from 2 to 4 Eastern time will be when the class is held live next week, Saturday, not tomorrow, next week, Saturday. And I look forward to having you in. I'm just panicking right now because I'm trying to remember if I got somebody on my class. No, I am talking to someone next week Sunday, but not Saturday. Okay, good. I have got Saturday booked off. No live one-on-ones on Saturday, just the class. So if you'd like to be in the class, make a donation of 150 US to my PayPal link there, and we will get you in to the class for live participation. Jen will be the moderator of said class, and we will stay on top of that. So there you go. I'll have all this in writing shortly. You'll get an alert. You'll see it all. But I just wanted to give you guys who are here a heads up. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Alrighty. Al Boogie, thank you for this donation. Is Belter a good move right now? I have no idea. Al Boogie, I don't know anything about them. I don't know their highs and lows. I don't know what they trade at. I don't know what the company does. I don't follow it. And so anything I say to you about this company is BS because I got nothing. Uncle, can you use Boeing as an example? Yeah, I could use Boeing as an example. And if I forget during the class, you mention it, and I'll bring it up right away on the spot. You bet. Yeah, no problem. Wahoo, new class. Yeah, rock and roll. Looking forward to having you join me a week Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern. Looks like the start time. I wanted to give it. I wanted to make it a little later than the last one, and we'll go from there. EONLLC. Thank you for a PayPal donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very, very kind of you on a down day. We're down 120 on the Dow. Rocket Lab is at 886, down 20 cents. Looks like it's recovered a little bit. SoFi 1152, down 66. It's not as bad as it was. GameStop 119.22. AMC 17.97. Matterport at 675, down, up 21 cents. Improving. Every bit helps. ME still down 26 cents to 445. Spire down 26 as well to 237. ATIP 257 a share, down 11. Smart Rent down to 760, down 59 cents. Looks like it's leveled off here though. Sextera 1331, up 66 cents. 1335 all-time high today, being setting new all-time highs, up 66 cents. Robinhood down 52. Vanik off the lows, still down 235. Home Depot off the lows, down 218, pardon me. IBM down 102, that's bounced back a bit. Microsoft a little better, down only 85 cents. Apple is better, down 97. Goldman is better, down 351 at 345. Cisco is up 101 off the highs. Facebook off the lows, now down 77 cents. That's improved. Amazon down $54, a little better than the low. Tesla down $29.50 off the lows. Google down $8.50, definitely off the lows. So that's what we got going on here at the moment. 127 on the low, down 127 on the Dow at the moment. S&P down 23.5 points. NASDAQ down 144 points. Okay, there you go. Can you send the link again, Bruce, for that class? Yes, I can show you that. It's down below in the description of any of my videos, but here it is right here. PayPal right there. I'm not sure how to make this thing stop. How do I stop the ticker? I used to know this. But anyway, there you see it right there. If you go to any of my videos that I've ever done, look at the description, below the, my little screen. Hit more info and just scroll up. You'll find this link right in there. Okay. What I can do as well. Let me hide that. I can do something else for you. Pardon-moi, uno momento, por favor. Okay. That's my fancy lingo right there. No extra charge for that. Here we are. I will give you that link. Maybe not there. That's so frustrating. I can't do it from there. I can do it from here, though. I think I can. I know I can. I want to. Let's see if this works. Here we go. And here we are. And yes, we go to here and we whip over to there. And we do this. Here is the link, everyone. Here is the link to PayPal. There it is right there. All right. I've just popped it in the discussion there. So if you want to make a $150 US dollar donation, that'll get you into the class next week, Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern time for option rollover strategies. We're getting into it. We're going to get into that. And you will be able to watch me live, ask questions live. Jen will handle the moderation, and then you'll get a link of the class after we edit it onto the website the following week. Okay, and so there you have it. All right, guys, thank you. Very good, very good. Oh, Coyote, today is the first day all week that I feel I'm coming out of this COVID sickness. Not as much coughing and sneezing, and I feel much better now. If the market could follow my lead, Coyote, that's really good news. I'm really glad to hear this. Uncle Bruce, in the new class on rolling, will you talk about rolling in a poor man covered call context, or is there no difference between that and rolling around? I'll bring it up. And if there's anything I'm not giving you, you let me know. You just hit me up and tell Jen, hey, I want to ask about this. But I'll cover it all as best I can. We got a lot to talk about. Let's see here. I'm not sure what software you're using to stream, but I use Streamlabs. I do StreamYard, which is what this is right here. You're literally going to be in my channel right here on a private setting only for the class. And I'll be in front of all of you doing this, and you guys will be commenting over here like you always do. And that's where your questions will come from. Jen will handle the questions. I can just concentrate on the whiteboard behind me and get to work with you. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, I don't have too much experience in pre-romantic cover calls, but I think it's the same concept. And yeah, I think we're all good. Yeah, I think you'll find it informative. I know you'll find it interesting. You'll find it. I'll be able to just concentrate on this and really zero in with you guys to help you figure out all kinds of ways to do this. I'm constantly answering one-off questions here from time to time, but in this class setting, we will really dig into covered call writing and rollover strategies. We'll get into this. The rollover aspect of it will really zero in, because a lot of you are thinking that it's a double transaction. You just do the one and the other through your apps, and that's one way to do it. But that's not the way to do it. It's not the only, and it's not the most profitable way to do it. We'll help you out. Anyway, thank you all. And what else is going on here? It's next Saturday. That's right. It's not today. It's not tomorrow. It's a week tomorrow. I'm just giving you an early thumbs ups. It's a week tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern time is when the class will be held for 2 hours, about a 2 hour time frame. Stick around as long as you want. You know, if you join the class, stick around for an hour or so, and then you leave, doesn't matter. You're getting a copy of the full class, edited out, just like everyone will pick it up on the website later. You'll get your own version as well as the live version. So you can't blow it, and you don't have to worry about writing a bunch of notes. You can just watch, enjoy, take a look at some screens while I'm talking. You can take a look at some option chains while I'm bringing up some stuff. And then on the week following, you'll get your own personalized copy. I should say you'll get your own email copy. Jeffrey, you're in. Gotcha. You're in, Jeffrey. I got your donation. You'll get your own copy of the class through my website, and you can watch it whenever you want, as many times as you want, and you'll be able to pick it up from there. 2 of you are already in the class. I'm running out of room. How about that? Fantastic stuff. We had a good crowd on the last class we did. We had a really good audience and a ton of good questions. It really helped. I know a bunch of you have watched the class edited and have let me know that you enjoyed it very much. And that class still gets watched even now, as do all the other 10 that I've made, especially those of you who are noobs. If you're noobs, you're going to want to be in these classes. Absolutely, you want to be in these classes, because you are going to learn stuff that's going to make you thousands of dollars. I mean, just a ton of money. You follow these methods properly, you're going to make yourself a bunch of money and avoid getting taken to the cleaners by the promoted stocks or what have you. Long shot bets that never come through, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Keep doing what you do. You betcha. You're there, Jeff. You're there. Alberto's there. I got these 2 troublemakers in the class right now, and Jen is going to watch them like a hawk. Make sure they behave themselves. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you all for being here. I'll be on at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll talk more about this class, promote it a bit more. But it'll be our last show of the week, and I'll be back on again then on Tuesday next week, obviously, because of the long weekend. We're down 103 on the Dow now, right now. We're down 103. We're down 20 on S&P, and we're down 128 on NASDAQ. And we are doing a lot of this, and that is to be expected. But I expect more downside today, unfortunately. That's what I'm saying. What time? 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern time. Laughing. I wish it was on a Sunday. Well, you can watch the class on the rerun on Sunday whenever you want. But Ben, if you're there, you're there. If you're not, just pick up the class on the website later on in the week, that following week, whenever you're ready. 122, 123 down dip now on the Dow. GameStop is 120.46, trying a little rally here. AMC is 1808. Matterport 676, up 22 cents as we are grinding it out. The Sextera shares 1332, up 67 cents. within 3 cents of the all-time high. 193,000 shares traded. This thing going up 50, 60 cents a day. 10 straight days, we're at $20 a share on this thing. That's what it's doing. I got no news for you, though. Not a drop of news on Sextera. It's just buying, that's slowly buying it up. Whatever's available is just being bought. I would like to see the same thing on all the other stocks I follow. Oh, that would be nice, but maybe this is the first of many. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, all of you, for being here with me today so far. Join me at 3 o'clock today for the final hour as we go through the last of the week and get ready for options expiry. And hopefully all of your rollovers are getting done here, and you're putting it together. That'd be terrific. And those of you who've scooped up Matterport at under 650 and 660, you're at 674 now. It's coming back a little. Would love to see that thing hit $7 today. Boy, it would be 710 for a close. That'd be a lot better looking than this. We'll see. Matterport volume today, by the way, 7.3 million. 7.3. We're up 20 cents on a 130-point down day. There's nothing coming in. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Matterport may have been washed out, and we may have an easy recovery into the $7-8 range to start. Consolidate from there and then go from there. That would be terrific. Bring it on, Matterport. Let's go. We're down 138 on the Dow, 18 cents on Rocket Lab. That's improving. We're down 65 on SoFi. It's improving a bit. GameStop at 120.05. AMC at 18.05. 674 on Matterport, up 20. ME still down 22 cents. Spire down 24. ATIP down 11, SmartRent down 57, and Sextera 1332, up 67 cents. What a run. 143 drop on the Dow right now. Okay, guys? Karim, thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, guys. Got 100 contracts for March 11 on SoFi, and 99 Nation videos. We're dropping. There it is. We are dropping 140 on the Dow. See you at 3 this afternoon. And we'll talk to you then at that point. Okay, guys? Take care. Bye for now.